Oh, welcome in, everybody. Oh, I'll be there in about 60 seconds. Uh, I had to change shirts. My shirt is filthy. My arms are ashy. So just give me a couple of seconds, and I'll be right in there. Hit the like button and let me know you're in the building. And I'll be on my way in a couple of seconds. If you're in here and you're bored, just go to the YouTube channel and hit the like button. About 30 more seconds. 30, 29, 8, 7, 26, 3, 2, 1, 20, 19, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, my goodness. I'm on the way. Whew. Whew. Here I come, y'all. Here I come. I don't need the mouse. I'll work without the mouse for a time. Sorry, y'all. Just moving a little slow. Trying to get everything squared away. Jump on in here if you dare, because we got to have some good conversation. Y'all know it. Y'all know we do. Hold on. Let me open up the comment window. I was cleaning up, so I took off my watch. Got that back. May just need a small adjustment. Yeah. Okay. Comment window. It's now open. Fabian's in the building. Big G Cashmere Vaughn. Oh, Fabian. Oh, geez. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was just the worst. Hold on. I'm sending it to myself now. Oh, that was just the worst. Oh, let me minimize that. Let me get that over here. Let's get over here. Hold on. Brand, add that. I don't even know where that picture is, but wait a minute. Can I even send that thing? Oh, that was the worst. Hold on, y'all. Because we got some issue. Oh, we got an issue. Sure. Or hold on. Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to add something really quick. But thank you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, God. Oh, God, that was the worst. How's y'all evening going? Y'all look at that. Look at all that vodka everywhere. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was the worst, y'all. That was the worst. Bigot, listen, rip to the bottle. I get it. Midnight family, Adrian. Adrian says, "What's up in the building? We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it." Down goes Frazier. Dale, that was brutal. But was waiting on this one for night. Man, I was excited about this one too. Got caught up in Green Bay, Arizona. Fair enough. Maybe, but maybe not. I shot back and it was about to close. Maybe, Fabian. You know, I always take things as a sign. Or maybe you got to take some extremely cheap stuff, but someone was nice enough to pre-support the channel. Y'all, listen, we got to have this obsession conversation. This is really important. But I have to go to the kitchen. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, that was brutal, y'all. Oh, it was the worst. It was the worst. Now, I'm going to get the cheapest bottom shelf that I got in my refrigerator. And I deserve bottom shelf. Hold on, here I come, y'all. Sit tight. Yeah, I deserve bottom shelf. There went my, what was that, a $26 bottle? Ouch. You know what? I'm not even going to try to pick up that top either. I'm going to just come back into the room. Back to the Maven Studios. And we got to have a conversation, y'all. If the seal is not broke, they probably would have. Like I said, they know I wouldn't scam them out of that. But I couldn't find my. What happened was when I dropped the bottle, I didn't realize I dropped my phone. My phone, y'all know, I got my credit card on the back or my bank card on the back. So I went all the way back to the store, got there, realized I ain't have my card. It's a wrap. I just charged it. I was just like, Marcus, you don't deserve it. So here's what we're gonna do. Oh, first and foremost, everyone, cheers to Lauren. This was her idea, so blame her. Cheers to Lauren. Well, Terrence says, what's good, everybody? Michelle's in the building. Beef's in the building. Jason's in the building. So, y'all know, once I start pulling out the headphones, we got an issue. Y'all remember, I don't know if you didn't get a chance to hear the show, I talked about a stare down. If y'all are regular listeners of Midnights with Marcus Maben or Middays with Marcus Maben, if nothing else, y'all know when I can spot obsession and I can spot when people are worried. What is it I'm talking about when people get worried? People are worried in the show. Chuck, what do you mean in the show? Oh. Oh, okay. That was funny. That was pretty funny. Yes. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Fair enough. So, yeah, I did have fun with that. So here's the problem. Actually, let's go with this. Here's the problem. They are obsessed with a couple of things. First of all, they are obsessed with me and Steve. Obsessed. Number two, they are obsessed. Yeah, I'm good. They are obsessed with the Louisville fan base having positive momentum. And it's pathetic. It is pathetic. It is thoroughly pathetic. It's pathetic, y'all. I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this. Because this is like, I don't know if you can describe obsession any more than this, but it's pathetic. Okay, so me and Steve, we're talking about the opportunity.
Are you ready for a job that gets you more? UPS is hiring now. As a warehouse.
Myself and Steve Rummage, today on the show, we talked about our schedule. Our schedule is like top. Hold on. Okay. I didn't know. I something caught my eye. Oh, Wesley. Listen. Y'all texted. Look, them texters, not y'all. Them texters better be careful. Because it's starting to get fun blocking people. You know, people just trolling for no reason. The obsession is like how UK Vince and Butch always called with the fake juice and start to. Yes, you can see it. Listen, you get those same calls whenever Louisville's momentum is picking up. You get that panic and you can hear it. And it's like you can feel the wave of anxiety come over, y'all. Okay, we've done this before. Bradley, I do feel you. Congratulations on the new gig, and we will see you tomorrow night after the game. But I want y'all to listen to this. I just want y'all to listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this. No, cannot do that. Sorry, y'all. Cannot do that at the moment. Sorry. I want y'all. Hold on. Let me get the biggest. I want y'all to listen to this. Listen to just obsession. The show opening.
Are you ready for a job that gets you more? UPS is hiring now. As a warehouse worker, you'll earn up to $21 per hour, and you might even be eligible for a program that helps you with thousands of dollars for college, in many cases tuition free. Search and apply now at upsjobsky.com.
Card Nation, this is attorney Alex White with SueDistractedDriver.com. Our law firm is a team of dedicated attorneys ready to fight for you. If you get injured because of someone else's negligence, their insurance company already has a legal.
The Take with Andy Sweeney.
He was being twerked on by a nearly nude male student.
Yeah.
And James Strebel.
Like a beauty pageant.
Yeah.
Like Katie George. She's a beauty queen.
On ESPN 680 and 105.7.
Listen to how they start that show. Y'all, how many times are we going to replay this stuff and they're starting the show with us?
When you look back now, you go, I think we'll be 6-1 if they played their schedule. I'm not sure they'd be 4-3 if they played our schedule. Right. Yeah.
Do you have to use a drop from our show to start off every single one of your shows? Do you have to play the sound of Marcus and Steve every single day at the beginning? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? We're sitting here having a conversation about our strength of schedule versus other teams. I just showed y'all last night. We went through the CBS Power Rankings where North Carolina State is just out of the top 25. North Carolina State is 5-2. They lost a home opener in Starkville, Mississippi. A home opener on the road in SEC Starkville, Mississippi. Right? Right? And you know what their other loss was? On the road in Miami by 1 point. Other than that, they're undefeated. A home opener on the road in Starkville, Mississippi. Right? We just went through the numbers. We said, look where Florida, we did it last night. Look where Florida's ranked. Look where LSU is ranked. Look where North Carolina State is ranked. Look where Wake Forest is ranked. Look at Louisville's strength of schedule. So far, their strength of schedule with Ole Miss, UCF, Boston College, and Virginia, whoever else, right? So, but they know we were right. And you know what else reeks? Is they're trying to jump ahead because they know we overreacted on Satterfield, but it wasn't really overreaction. We reacted like a passionate fan base should when we gave up that lead and lost to that Virginia team. We reacted exactly how a passionate fan base would. You screwed that up, and if you're going to stick to that, it's not going to work here. They didn't stick to it. That was our biggest complaint. We're going to get a big name local recruit. We got a defensive lineman over Alabama. We have a 10-man recruiting class. All our freshmen play. Once we started doing the math, Malik is killing it. Our receivers are killing it. Our offensive line is killing it. And they know there's an opportunity right here for people to feel good about this team and Satterfield. And I'm telling you, nothing makes them feel more uncomfortable. And you can hear it. You can hear it. Golly, it's
1057.
When you look back now, you go.
And he said it. When you look back now, when you look at who y'all beat and look at who we beat and look who y'all barely beat. Look at who Kentucky barely beat. They needed a last-second play to beat Chattanooga. Last-second play to beat Missouri. Right? Where's all the Missouri sucks? Chattanooga sucks. Florida sucks. LSU. Y'all not telling the truth. And again, James is a fan. James is a fan.
I think we'll be 6-1 if they played theirs.
Male student.
Yeah.
And James Strebel
Like a beauty pageant.
Yeah.
Like Katie George. She's a beauty queen.
on ESPN 680 and 1057.
When you look back now, you go, I think we'll be 6-1 if they played their schedule.
Think about it. Think about it. Louisville would have lost to Georgia. But again, Missouri, y'all saw what Boston College did to them. Boston College beat Missouri. We wiped the floor with Boston College. If we had that Kentucky schedule, we would have beat Missouri. And the way it's looking, Florida and LSU suck. Could that UCF team with their quarterback, they would have beat Florida and LSU. That UCF team with their quarterback had one of the highest ranked offenses in the country. What Steve was saying, but again, we're making great points. Then you get desperate because our fans we all are starting to see a little clearer. You're kind of liking, listen, there is plenty of critique for your football program. You critique the recruiting, hey, step up our recruiting. Okay, done. Something else really funny happened today too, y'all. I don't know. I'll try to fast forward to it, but Jack screwed up. You know why? They were trying to downplay the Cooper thing, and Jack kind of tried to make fun, but ended up playing the perfect sound, and Andy went off on him. He went off on Jack because Jack made a point for us. And they started trying to bully Jack today, boy. Listen, they wouldn't. This is not true. That's not true. That's absolutely not true. Anybody who said that to you is lying. Is absolutely lying. Bold-faced lie. You almost lost to Chattanooga and Missouri. And you had Florida and LSU at home. We had Wake Forest, who's 7-0. Wake Forest needed 2 plays in 4 seconds to start getting the lead on us. Wake Forest needed every home cooking call on the planet. They're 7-0, y'all, to beat us. What Steve and Marcus were saying is not BS at all. So let's go back to it. I just want to hear our voice one more time.
I'm not sure they'd be 4-3 if they.
Yeah, like Katie George. She's a beauty queen.
On ESPN 680 and 105.7.
When you look back now, you go, I think we'll be 6-1 if they played their schedule. I'm not sure they'd be 4-3 if they played our schedule. Right? Yeah.
I mean, just play our sound
Jack.
and then
That's
jump
how
into
it's
your
gonna
show.
be. Right, it is. You're going to line up some haymakers and Oh, goodness. All right, it's a Thursday. We're getting closer and close. 5-7 ES moved up Mark Stoops' press in the next couple on today, and it was something to do with Popeye Williams. And I just – well, at some point today, he did say – it is a new one. Maybe it's just a mistake. I don't know what it is. But at some point today, I asked him what he was burning on today, and it was something to do with Popeye Williams. And I just – that is the kid's name, right?
Y'all see what's going on here? Popeye Williams, the guy who reiterated, I don't care. I'm not decommitting. My word is my bond. Shout out to Ethan Moore and LSL. Got Popeye Williams on. He said, don't worry about me decommitting. You just got a defensive line recruit over Alabama. They're bothered by the momentum because they know the people that are mad at Satterfield about recruiting, that's another feather in his cap. They're about to flip a kid that was going to Michigan. They're about to get a kid, a defensive back from Penn State. Like, come on. That momentum's positive, y'all.
Yeah, he was on LSL last night, yes, wasn't he? We have sound. We have clips. Yeah, well, we got to play something at some point. So what is happening, Jack, before we dive into everything good in your world? Everything fine?
For some reason, the commercials were set to
today. Reminder, we'll do the Blitz in the 4 o'clock hour. Streeble will be here, not on Thursdays. Thursday here on the first day. Here is how I want to start today. And we're going to see if Big Boy's got something over there for Kentucky, Mississippi State, because as I said yesterday, anytime that I dare say that I don't think Kentucky is just going to win every single game, I get the kickback. Now that's some great.
You hear what he said? You hear what he said, y'all? He said, anytime I dare to say I don't think Kentucky's going to win, I get the kickback. Anytime I dare to say I don't think Kentucky's going to win, I get the kickback. How does that sound to y'all? How does that sound to y'all? I know how it sounds to me. I mean, even like you're acknowledging that you can't handle the kickback of saying Kentucky might not win. That's what it sounds like to me. You know, he said on this show that Steve Rummage's opinion is theater. Kelly, it's all good, but appreciate it. It was terrible. It was terrible. Let's get back to it, y'all.
Great Rummage and Maven sound about schedules. I need to have you send that to me so I can do numbers on that and see if that's right. We may dive into that. Who had the more difficult schedule?
There's a more expanded version.
Oh,
of that
I
clip
know.
too.
I know there is. Yes, Jack. I know that's longer than an 8-second clip that we're going to be able to play Friday for the mixtape.
Is that what we do here? Is that what we do? What would y'all do if y'all were me and Steve? What would y'all do, or what would y'all say if y'all were myself and Steve Rummage? Or should we take it as a compliment?
So, Big Rig's going to roll in here with something Kentucky today. But as it pertains to Louisville on Saturday, and I guess for the most part this week, it has been Louisville leading, which doesn't often, doesn't happen, 4 days in a row here on the program. But they continue to be
4 days in a row.
Probably more interesting going into this NC State game. Now,
Kentucky's not interesting?
There's a funny way to look at this, and there's a football way to look at this, Jack, okay? That's how I will explain this to you today. By the way, I have Lakers highlights on in front of me. They're that bad. Wow. I had no idea.
If it did
well,
count.
I want that to count. So anyway, I was thinking about the game on Saturday, and is it over, or would there be what I think would happen, some sort of rally that they can still go 10-2 and beat Louisville and all those other things? But what's funny about that is to Louisville.
This is what he said about Kentucky. If they lose, there'll be some sort of rally that they can still go 10-2 and beat Louisville at the end of the year. That was his opinion on Kentucky football. If they lose on Saturday, there'll be some sort of rally and they can go 10-2 and beat Louisville at the end of the year. That's his take on Kentucky football. If they lose, they're going to rally and go 10-2. What kind of shit is that? What is that? I think if Kentucky loses this weekend, they're going to go on a rally and win the next and not lose for the rest of the season. If they lose, they're going to rally, go 10-2 and beat Louisville at the end of the year. You talk about Hawk Radio? What is that? You just told us if you dare say Kentucky might lose, you got to deal with the kickbacks. Jesus. BM's Breaks, you know who this is. Jason, I that's what I'm saying. They won't even. Oh, Jesus.
I'm like this close, and I think on Friday, I'm pretty sure on Friday I'm going to pick Louisville to beat NC State.
Y'all know what that is? Y'all know what that is? That is the emotional hedge. I'm always going to pick Louisville. So if they win, I can say I'm right. If they lose, I can have a good old time laughing at Louisville. Y'all realize Louisville's a 6 or 7 point underdog on the road. We're supposed to lose by a touchdown. North Carolina State is fringe top 10. Or I'm sorry, top 25. They might be 28. North Carolina State is 1 point, one road point away from being 6-1. And they beat Clemson. Yeah, total reverse sandbagging. If they lose, Kentucky will rally. We are a 7 point underdog. And you're just like, oh, I'm picking Louisville. Keep it up.
Like, that's where I'm at. But what's funny about that is part of that is because Louisville's playing fine football and, Malik's playing good. And it seems as if the defensive coaches understand that you got to send a little bit of pressure. And maybe I'm just saying, hey, right now, Louisville in 50-50 type games is 1-2. Look for that to even itself out. Now, Satterfield has been a bad road coach. He has not won road games. I mean, that period, end of discussion. 3-9 on the road are the Cardinals under Scott Satterfield. But here's what I love about this game, Jack. It is going to force the hand of Louisville fans. Like, we are going to, in Halloween style, over the weekend, we are going to see if Louisville were to win on the road at NC State, we are going to see what the fan base, what the reaction bit the bilge anyway. See teams in the ACC that you respect, but I think nationally they have respect. If I made you list teams that you respected from 30,000 feet looking down at the land of college football, and I made you choose teams in the ACC that you respect, you would have what? Pittsburgh, Wake Forest, and that would be it. Who am I missing there, Jack? It sure as hell is not North Carolina.
That's about it.
Yeah, and that would be about it. But I would add, it made last weekend change that. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. That NC State was one of those teams. 100%.
Again, NC State lost a home road opener in Starkville, Mississippi, and lost by 1 point to the Miami Hurricanes on the road.
Now, again,
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, because no one cares about it. I mean, no one knows that, listen, no one's sitting around caring about NC State football, even if they would have won that game last weekend by Miami by 1 point.
See what you're doing?
Okay, it's still, I mean, I watched enough of that game. It's unbelievable, Jack, that entire game. But I feel like this would be like a win for Satterfield on the road against a team that we respect. Right? I mean, against a team or Duke later in the season, right? Supposed to be something, and they're not. But here's the thing that I think Louisville playing better football than NC State. Besides all of those things, okay? Doesn't it feel like this is the way the drama has to play out with Scott Satterfield? Doesn't it?
This is when you know it's the
I mean,
way.
Well, in the way of everybody loved him.
Here's when Jack was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Listen to Jack say, in what way?
Doesn't it feel like this is the way the drama has to play out with Scott Satterfield? Doesn't it? I mean,
in what way?
Well, in the way of everybody loved him, and then because they were hurt, they overloved him, right? You would agree with that, right? I mean, some of the stuff that was said a few days after, a few weeks after the 8-win season. I mean, the talk around Scott Satterfield.
I want y'all to realize something else too. People sit around and call in and talk about how Kentucky. Did y'all hear UK Vince talk about the last 3 years, right? Y'all do realize we didn't play Kentucky last year. People are sticking that 2-10 loss on Satterfield's resume. Satterfield played him one time. He played him one time on the road. We didn't play him last year. And 2 years, and the other time they won. And when we lost the year we got dog walked, do y'all remember? We didn't even have a coach, Petrino. We had 5 coaches on the sideline and Vince Tyree. Our tight end got kicked out and wouldn't leave the field. That's the game. That's what they're using to say Kentucky's program is dominant. The year we didn't even have a coach for the game, and Satterfield's first year when Kentucky had their best team ever. That's what they're using. Say, our program is down. You see what I'm saying? And did y'all hear how squirmish he got when I said, okay, well, if that's how you do it, then say right now, Coach Mack's basketball team and Louis a team is dominant over Kentucky basketball. If we're just going by the last results, like I said, Coach Sat has played Kentucky one time. We didn't have a coach for the other time we played Kentucky. We just had 5 guys coaching the team, running them out there. Yeah. When in doubt, go for the Louisville fan base cheap shot. It's a hater, right? I don't even use that word, Jansen. I try not to use that. What I, Mr. Chris? October 31st is only Kentucky's second road game. Right? You mean to tell me y'all had Missouri at home, Chattanooga at home, Louisiana Lafayette at home, Florida at home, LSU at home. Who gets a schedule like that? Who even gets that? Boy, y'all better beat Mississippi State. But listen to the squirmy, y'all.
Like, it got a little bit crazy. And then because of COVID season, not a good season, South Carolina, the embarrassing game against Ole Miss, or quite, whining about L's down, losing to Kentucky a couple years in a row. Like, we can get into all the.
Y'all hear that slick shit? Whining about losing to Kentucky and L's down a couple of years in a row. That's not fucking true. It's not true. That was a coachless team before him. Hi, Keisha. Everybody, cheers to Keisha. She just. He played them one time. This is our 3rd year as Satterfield being the head coach. We did not have, everybody lumps in a Bobby Petrino-less team as a Kentucky loss. This is the kind of shit that y'all got to deal with all the time. Pardon my language. Sorry if y'all had me on speaker. Sorry. But this is a fact what I'm saying. Yeah, you're just lying. You're just lying. Complaining, like just saying, complain about L's down and losing a couple years or you losing a couple, whatever, multiple years. That's a lie. He lost to him one time. He said, hey, man, and it wasn't the L's down. It's your kid jumping in my face. Yo, listen, you mean you tell me your kids don't respect the opposing coaches enough? You're jumping in the head coach's face, L's down. Satterfield, at the time, he didn't even know what L's down was. So imagine you're going to shake the coach's hand and one of the players jump up in your face and go and do that. Like, could you imagine? Like, you're shocked. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? Like, he hadn't even been here long enough. This is a coach that won 7 games already. And this wild ass kid jump up in my face, throwing this. I'm like, what are you doing? So he goes to the coach like, hey man, tell your kids to quit jumping in my face. But what happens is by the time he gets to the media, they start calling him a whiner about where's the class conversation. Players don't jump up in coaches' faces. I would fucking kill my team if they jumped up. If I coached a team and we beat another team and my kids jumped up in the coach's face of the other team, I would make a mandatory run till you puke. I would put 100 players on the line and say, I want to see 100 fucking blobs of throw up. Like, I would never let that happen. Are you crazy? That's what he was talking about.
All the different things. For whatever reason, he became an embattled coach, hot seat. What the bleep happened to 2 years ago when our coach was the ACC coach of the year? And now you legit have, and this is the narrative. The narrative out there, Jack, is that Louisville as a fan base is all over the place. They're all over the place. And which ones, okay, are going to come crawling back to Scott Satterfield if he goes on the road and gets a win against NC State? And I want to be explicitly clear with this. I do not mean losing the game 37-36 the way. To me, things get more interesting if he wins. And I know I'm oversimplifying it with just to put out the letter after obviously one of the main narratives from the Boston College game is how nobody was there except for Strebel and his entire family who all got to win because they need a win, right? Sat needs to win because they need a respectable, because it will be the funniest outcome. Because it will be the funniest. Listen, I'm with that. And that's like we know that reaction. I can do that show on Monday.
I'm not going to drag out through it all.
And a couple other talk about what Louisville can salvage at the end would be just more than just make a stinking bowl. And I know the ACC stinks. That's fine. I mean, what else are you going to do?
You hear that? Not one time will he say.
So there you go. Jack, do you have any opinion on all of that? By the way, I have not heard from Strebel, so I have no idea how close he is right now.
Is he at the McDonald's?
I have no idea. Why would he be at the McDonald's?
He's switching the kids.
Oh, dropping the kids off. Yes, dropping the kids off.
I mean, this is a game that could change the trajectory of Louisville's season. Right now, I think Louisville's just very much in a case of, as you said, get to a bowl game, try to have a winning record, try to, salvage something off of a disappointing start to the season.
Yes.
If they win this game, there's no reason why you can't beat Clemson. There's no reason why you should obviously beat Duke and Syracuse. Then it becomes, okay, you can win 8 games. You can win maybe 9 games, including a bowl game. For me, it could totally change the trajectory. I would agree. You have to be consistent and still beat the other bums on your schedule.
Yeah, you do, but it would be winning a game against one of these teams
that you aren't supposed to beat.
Or that are right around you.
You see what he said? You see what Jack said? A team that you're not supposed to beat. You're a 7-point underdog on the road to a fringe top 25 team. It'll be a hell of a win if you go on the road and get them. And it's a night game. They're going to be starving coming off that loss. They're trying to save their season right now. Jack said against a team you're not supposed to beat. And Sweeney said, well, it's a 50-50 game. That's not a 50-50 game. You're a 7-point dog.
Right? And they've lost a couple of those already this season.
Yeah.
When you lose to Virginia and you lose to Wake Forest. I mean, the thing that would make sense in the Satterfield era, what would happen here, Jack, is they would play well early and they wouldn't play well late and they would lose the game.
He's praying for that.
And from being 7-1, you know, that before last week, if they could have just come back and beat Miami by 1 point, I think this would be a much bigger respect game.
Yeah, because they'd be in the top 25 still.
Yeah, they would be in the top 20. I think they do. So we should probably look that up. Let's take a break. For the Gary Eves took a picture that made its rounds quote today, Jack.
Oh, no. I'm intrigued, though.
Okay, well, don't look. We'll continue talking about that.
Hold on.
Devin asked.
The other loss was Mississippi State, 24.
Devin Askew, the Kentucky point guard transfer. The coaches at Texas are really impressed with him. Do with that what you will. We didn't even get the chance to talk about that today. Keep going.
24-10. Did you happen to see the Chris Beard Devin Askew quote today, Jack?
Oh, no. I'm intrigued, though.
Okay, well, don't look it up. And Cerebral, you don't look it up either. So we'll get into that. I got a take that was burning within me yesterday. We still need to get to. Jerry Eves took a picture that made its rounds on Twitter last night, which you know is awesome. I nearly saw Jack Grossman die today. We can get into that.
Thousands of
their insurance company.
Is it Gettysburg?
The Jerry Eves situation. Nobody likes to see Jerry Eves, who is a part of a national championship team in Louisville. Nobody likes to see Jerry Eves caping for Kentucky. No, nobody likes to see it. But to turn that into, like, the fan base just don't like it. But it's not like nobody's like ready to start a riot over Jerry Eves. We all know what he's doing. Period. We know what the whole Jerry Eves is about.
Who doesn't? Louisville.com, and that's not good. We have a broken head in
Worked your magic.
process. And
I had not previously heard.
We had never heard before. He was wearing pink shorts.
About some rummage sound, possibly.
We have rummage sound.
Yeah.
Of course we have rummage sound.
And then what Louisville players are retweeting me? I didn't. Not at all. I'm still BBing 100% all the.
There you are.
There you are.
Yeah.
That's the second day in a row we had some Diener block question.
There's more than 2 days in a row. That probably is about every day. Yeah. Is at least 4 out of 5 days.
How many DMs do you get asking that question?
Per day.
Yeah.
And Louisville loses. We know what that. We played that out a couple times during the season.
Oh, yeah. It's happened 3 times.
But if it's flipped, if Kentucky were to lose and Louisville were to win, and then Louisville fans would have to figure out what they're going to do here.
Oh, I know what they're going to do.
Yeah, but some will be. Some are not going to be on the sat train.
Yeah.
Now, some will give in. They will bend the knee.
Oh, yes.
They will bend the knee. Many will on top of it. Then you put oranges on top of that. I have no idea what. No, they have. Do they ever do the town episode of?
Yeah, I've added a couple of drops. And that's what I was doing.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, let's hear it. Yeah, that's fine. I tell with the town.
I'm here. Everyone else listens to Grossman.
Texas says, how does Jack go from a divorced family joke right into an actual sports rate? Right. There are going to be some that are in the middle, but they're going to have to make a choice. They'll still try to be in the middle.
Right.
There are some that are going to bend the knee, and there are some that are so entrenched. Like you are looking at last year, we've done it this year. We know we can do that show.
All
Monday,
about
that
Louisville
will be
fans.
simple to do
This
that
is
show
all
on Monday.
about-
But if they
this whole conversation is about Louisville fans might get excited, and the fans that get excited. Think about this. Y'all are listening to Drive Time Radio about how if Louisville fans get excited about a win, then they're bending the knee. You open the show with Marcus and Steve sound as your opening game drop, and you spend the next hour talking about the fan base who, if they get excited, I can't make this stuff up, y'all. And y'all be listening. Y'all listen to this. If you enjoy sports radio, I mean, you know, we got the best radio station, so y'all turn it on, and you got to listen to this.
Win. We're making I won't have any notations. Syracuse and Duke, and that Kentucky game suddenly at home will not be all blue, and we will have something on our hands. You understand what I'm saying? That's what fascinates me.
That Louisville has somehow done this thing where they turned a 6-6, 7-5 possible blah season into something intriguing and interesting. Because, I mean, how many times do we talk about on this show how 6-6 and 7-5 doesn't really do anything? It's boring. It's whatever. You're in a whatever bowl game at the end of the season. Louisville fans have turned this 6-6, possibly 7-5 season into intriguing because they all don't like each other right now.
Agree, but if they win on Saturday, they're not that. That's not the discussion.
Wins. And it still could be. They still could lose to Clemson. They could still lose to Syracuse. They bumbled games this season. They've lost a bad team.
Yeah, but if they beat NC State, then people aren't having that conversation of that.
I think they are, because, I mean, are you 100% sure that they're going to beat Clemson?
Wait, hold on.
Or not lose to Clemson? They can still lose. Louisville fans have turned this.
Jack might be in a mood today, y'all.
6-6, possibly 7-5 season into intriguing because they all don't like each other right now.
Agree, but if they win on Saturday, they're not that. That's not the discussion.
And it still could be. They still could lose to Clemson. They could still lose to Syracuse. They bumbled games this season. They've lost a bad team.
Yeah, but if they beat NC State, then people aren't having that conversation of that.
I think they are, because, I mean, are you 100% sure that they're going to beat Clemson? Or Duke, or not Duke, or Syracuse?
If they beat NC State, I'm feeling pretty confident that they won those games.
Why? I mean, we just talked about for how long, how no one respects his.
Listen to Jack with logic, y'all. You know what Jack said? This is what Jack said. If they beat North Carolina State, I feel good about their chances of beating Clemson. You want to know why Jack said that? Because North Carolina State beat Clemson. Shit. Is it that complicated? Jack just said, I would feel confident about their chances against Clemson if they beat North Carolina State. Why? Because they play Clemson at home and North Carolina State beat Clemson. How simple is that? But listen, they're ready to kick Jack off the show for making sense.
He stayed around here.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
I
supposed
still
to
think
be NC State makes them a respect that makes Louisville respectable.
Well, I respect them more than Clemson and Syracuse and Duke.
It will be one of the more one of the more respectable wins of Satterfield of the Satterfield era.
It has more to do with how little I respect those other teams on the schedule this year than it does how much I actually respect it.
I don't know.
Get out of the
respectable wins of the Satterfield era. You know Satterfield. Who did they beat? Did they beat? Mississippi State. He caught some Florida State bodies, some UCF bodies. All that stuff. I have to grab. What do I have to get? There's something I have to grab, y'all. Wait a minute. What do I have to go get? Oh, my charger. I don't want my computer to die. Give me 30 seconds, y'all. 30 seconds. I'll pick it right back up. Let me grab the charger real quick. My bad, y'all. Oh no! Oh my God! I'm just screwing up today. Oh no! I think I just broke my charger. Oh no! Jesus. This This is not my day, y'all. This is not my day at all. I better not have broke my charger. I am going to be pissed if this charger is broken. Oh, God. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, man. Okay. We got that. We got that plugged in. Okay. Good job.
I don't know, Jack. Get Jack out of the way for a second.
The most respectful is a 5-2 NC State team that just got busted by Miami in their fifth.
Listen, y'all.
Their fifth-string quarterback.
I'm trying.
No, if you lose a million, Miami, you got busted.
Streeble's right out of the way.
I don't know.
Listen to this, y'all.
Get Jack out of the way for a second.
Listen to
the most
Jack.
respectful is a 5-2 NC State team that just got busted by Miami in their fifth.
They lost by
their fifth-string quarterback.
I'm trying.
Y'all hear Jack? He said, just got busted by Miami. Jack said, they lost by 2, Streeble. But listen to Captain America come in here, y'all. Streeble just said they got busted by Miami. And Jack said to Streeble, this is between them. He said, they lost by 2, Streeble, in Miami. Listen to what happens next, y'all.
No, if you lose a million at Miami, you got busted. If you
Streeble's
lose
right
to
on this
Miami,
one.
you got busted. That team
Y'all hear Andy in the background? Streeble's right on this one. Listen to Andy.
sucks.
I agree that they suck.
They're a 3-win team.
Now Jack's a bleeding hard. What's going on?
I don't know.
What's happening? Streeble's the only one bringing any heat this week, Jack.
Y'all hear this?
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed with growth.
It's just
it's getting busted. It's like a fifth-string quarterback.
Oh,
There's
no, I
no
agree.
fans.
You
No
can't
one likes
lose
Manny
Miami.
Diaz.
Yeah,
I think it can be an embarrassment. Yes,
What's happening? Satterfield era.
it has more.
Y'all hear what just happened? Y'all hear what happened when Jack presented logic in the conversation? Jack just said they lost by 2 in Miami. Oh no, that's getting busted. And then Andy comes in. Streeble is right. It doesn't matter how many you lose by. You're just getting busted. Listen to them bully Jack, y'all. Listen to Jack. Just try to be rational and listen to what they do to him.
Of the
With how
era.
little
Of
I
the era.
respect those other teams on the
Whoa.
schedule this year than it does how much I actually respect it.
I don't know.
Get out of the way.
I don't
Hang
know,
on, Jack.
but
Get Jack out of the way for a second.
The most respectful is a 5-2 NC State team that just got busted by Miami in their fifth.
I mean, they lost by 2.
fifth-string quarterback.
I'm trying.
No, if you lose a million at Miami, you got busted. If you
Streeble's
lose
right
to
on this
Miami,
one.
you got busted. That team sucks.
I agree that they suck.
They're a
but, like,
3-win team.
Now Jack's a bleeding hard. What's going on?
I don't know.
What's happening? Streeble's the only one bringing any heat this week, Jack. I'm embarrassed.
Losing by 2 points
I'm
isn't
embarrassed
getting
with growth.
busted. It's just
it's
nuts.
getting busted. It's like a fifth-string quarterback.
Oh,
There's
no,
no
I agree.
fans. No one
Quarterback.
likes Manny
Miami.
Diaz.
Yeah,
I think
It's a backup quarterback because De'Aaron King's out for the season. A backup quarterback turns into no one likes Manny Diaz. Y'all hear this? Manny Diaz lost his starting quarterback. Y'all realize what it's like when you lose your starting quarterback. No team is good when your quarterback play is not good. But y'all see how he just, oh no, they suck. 2 points is getting busted, Jack. And I agree with James Street. Listen to that. Listen to that. And then, oh, Jack Streeble's the only one bringing in the heat today. Think about that. And that's your boss. Like that's your boss telling you Streeble's the only person doing anything for the show. Y'all see that? Y'all see the way they trucked him? And he said, losing by 2 on the road is not getting busted. And then you see how Sweeney goes, and that's a fifth-string quarter. It's not a fifth-string quarterback. And what does nobody likes Manny Diaz in Miami? Manny Diaz's dad is like the governor. Nobody likes Manny Diaz. That's like saying nobody likes Braum. I want y'all to hear this.
It can be an embarrassment.
I
don't know.
What's happening? Streeble's the only one bringing any heat this week.
Their fifth-string quarterback.
I'm trying.
Here that it does how
Listen
much
to
actually
this, y'all.
respected.
I don't know.
Get out of the way.
I don't
Hang
know,
on, Jack.
but-
Get
well,
Jack
I'm
out
just-
of the way for a
I
second.
mean, the most respectful is a 5-2 NC State
I mean,
team
they
that just
should-
got
they should be
busted by
6-1,
Miami and their
yeah.
BM, that's a great point.
I mean, they lost
their
by
fifth
two,
string
Streeble.
quarterback.
I'm trying.
No,
I'm
if you
trying.
lose to Miami, you got
Yeah,
busted. If you
Streeble's
lose
right
to
on this
Miami,
one.
you got busted. That team sucks.
I agree that
That
they
team,
suck.
they're
but-
a 3-win team.
Now Jack's a bleeding heart. What's going on?
I don't know.
What's happening? Streeble's the only one bringing any heat this
I mean,
week, Jack. I'm embarrassed.
Losing by 2 points
I'm
isn't getting
embarrassed with
busted.
Gross.
It's just
no,
not.
it's getting busted. It's like a fifth-string quarterback.
Oh,
There's
no,
no
I agree.
fans.
You
No
can't
one likes
lose
Manny
Miami.
Diaz.
Yeah,
I think
mean,
it can be an embarrassment. Yes, it is an embarrassment, but it's not getting busted when you lose by 2 points.
No, here's what it would be.
it's an
If
embarrassment.
last weekend Ohio
It's
State
pathetic.
would have lost to Indiana by 1 point, Michigan fans would be saying to Ohio State fans, y'all got busted by Indiana.
Exactly.
And,
They got blown out.
and they would. And
Yeah.
say, yeah, you did. You got busted.
yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, for
So
that
you're
to be the
admitting
most,
you're a
I mean, that
Kentucky
tells,
fan.
yeah, we keep saying it. That tells you where the program is. If your most respectable win of your era is beating South Carolina,
I'm saying it's one of them.
it's okay. One of them.
It's
Okay,
one of them.
okay. One of
I
them.
would have to
can
look.
see
Who did they
one of
beat
them.
in the bowl game?
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
No, that
I would
was
say that, or when
I
they
mean-
beat
I mean-
the overrated ranked Wake Forest team with Evan Conley.
They did
Okay,
beat that
there you
team.
go.
That would be it.
The
Listen,
overrated
am I
Wake
wrong?
Forest.
Okay, you might be right now. He did. Jack named their other two quote big wins. Jack may be right.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
Thank you.
I mean,
Well, I was the one that
Y'all hear
said
this?
it.
No,
Jack,
yeah, no, you
to
are.
hell with Grossman.
Yeah, no.
To hell with him.
you might be
I'm the
right.
one
I know,
that
I know,
said
Josh.
it.
You're right. I'm
We
sorry.
were arguing, and
Listen,
Jack was
that's
just
what we
like
said
a
about Florida
music
State.
bed under us, talking about something 30 seconds
Again,
prior,
Florida
and
State
we
hasn't
had
lost since
moved
our
on
game.
already.
I mean, what again? That's the question. I mean, I asked this earlier this week too. Is it will it be the NC State fans to get them to buy back, or the NC State game to get them all to
I
buy
don't
back
know.
in, or is it going to have to be a string of games? Is it going to have to be Boston College, NC State, and Clemson? Then they're finally like,
I don't
okay,
know.
we're
I
going to
don't
wake
know.
up
Who
and
knows?
go. And
No, I
that's
think
what-
it's this.
You think it's just this game? I don't know, man. People are still so mad at. I think it was the Virginia game because they were all Wake Forest. They were like, "Yeah, it was the refs screwed us over." Blah, and then Virginia was like, like flat out, "We're done. We hate them." And then Boston College, "We don't care. We hate them." Is it going to be the
No, it
NC
wasn't.
State? I think it's going to be more. It has to be more than just one game. It's going to have to be a string of games for them to buy back in. That's what I
think I disagree with you.
Okay,
But I don't know. You might be right. I don't know.
I know Louisville fans are very wishy-washy when it comes, especially to Scott Satterfield. With Chris Mack, they're all like, they'll be mad at him for 24
Let me
hours
ask you
and then they
guys
love him
something.
again.
If they win
Y'all hear this?
on Saturday,
yeah.
Y'all hear this? Obsessive.
and Clemson's next, right?
Clemson's next week, yes.
You know what it's. You know the propaganda that's going to be out there next week that we're going
Yeah.
to love.
Yeah.
That's going to fuel us.
Yeah.
It's going to be
do
the
y'all
alley,
hear-
and it's going to
Do
be.
y'all hear
You know.
them just listening
So
to
it
us
doesn't
Yeah.
need to be.
the whole time?
You just Streeble.
Y'all hear
Come
the
on.
panic?
If they win, if they beat NC State,
It's all fake.
it's going to be. It's going to be.
Hey.
Get your butts in the
How
seats,
is that fake?
Louisville fans. You
You
know
beat
what? I
North
mean,
Carolina
Our chance
you
to beat
can beat
Clemson.
and
Doesn't
it's-
matter if they're bad. It's
gonna be
Clemson.
Go me blank at the
Oh, you
alley.
mean like
you
LSU
know
in
what it's
Florida?
going to be.
I know,
You
but-
know, people are going to praise it on Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
They're going to hype it up. It's
I
going to
mean,
be.
the mixtape next Friday will be full of Get to the Alley, Blankenbaker, who's going to be on the air like all 5 days next week,
Yeah.
pushing whatever you. I mean, just
Whatever it is. He might go live from the alley
Y'all
every
hear how
day.
it's just
consumed
we're
they
gonna
are
do a
with this?
nightly show from the alley, Jack. We're gonna need you to work that
Yeah.
7 to 8
Every night.
every single night. I mean, you guys think I'm kidding?
I know, you're not.
So no, to
But
me,
they can walk.
that's my opinion of what it's going to be.
But then,
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
if
right,
that
it
happens
is.
and if they lose to
It is.
Clemson,
That's
In fact, you're
it's going
mandatory.
back the other way.
You're going
That's
to caboose number
mandatory.
5 if they win for the Clemson game.
Well,
You're going to do a kissing booth.
I gotta-
Done. Diener, get it done.
I gotta
By
do
the way,
Kentucky game.
huh?
They played Tennessee that day. I
I mean, Jack, we have.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
it just
I'm
cuts
gonna-
off.
that would be
It
the
just
kiss of
cuts
death.
so much importance. I mean, I guess Kentucky's in the same boat because I view Like, that's the game that gets everybody bought back in is beating NC. I happened to see it. I was on.
You always have some pivot. Like you act like Twitter.
It was actually I didn't see it on Twitter. I saw it on Cats Illustrated.
Oh, yeah, but people don't know what that means. No offense.
No, you're right. There are some. There are a few on there.
You talking about it on the air does more than that. Great.
Yeah, that means he's in trouble. That means he's in trouble. That means that he's looking at his team. He's like, oh, bleep. Here. I mean, there's
of
nothing.
Course, that's how you take into Rick. I'm telling you, he could be one of the all-time great.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all listen to this one. Bearded Texas says, basically, he likes Askew, but he's not going to overload and put everything on him. But he could be one of the best players. Actually.
Best players in college basketball. He's praising his entire team.
Yeah.
Kentucky football is doing right now. His bluster. That's all you do on the radio.
You can't.
Chris, I love Chris Beard.
Greer put Texas in the final.
It's a guy that can bring the ball down. There, it was fine. And then they had a guy.
And Base doesn't hate him.
Give me Kentucky Texas.
I love
right
it.
now.
I'll take it.
I'm sure.
I would love it. I would
I
absolutely love it. I would love it.
The game would be 58-57, Jack.
Great me. I mean, I have the people in my
night. Yeah, that was a little hazy last night.
Oh yeah,
Jack. I mean, your boy Mitch was on it last night.
Murray State put up. If the NBA
Mitch's
ball game,
I agree.
He
with
doesn't
that.
leave
the job,
but he's
a big deal. Much at all.
The squad in Texas becomes, they're going to be really good. Final four. I got. I think Gonzaga is going to win it all this year. I think this is their.
How about that?
I would like. I'd like to. I'd like to play. I know if I do this
State game last year
as a child, I believe. I watched.
I think they beat him with Greg Gard.
I think there was
like DraftKings. Didn't score for.
It was 8-2.
It was like something that was out. Jack would remember.
Terrible game.
You need Phil Jackson from the '96
Kentucky fan doing that.
I don't think.
But I mean, I don't know if I agree with one of those from Jeff Greer.
I don't trust Matt Painter to make a final. His HU was off the other time.
Yeah,
15-10 against Duke.
Definite being happy regardless.
Hey, Big Poppy, my team's 6-1. What's your team? You're sweating out wins against sweating out losses against Wake Forest and Virginia. My team's 6-1. The only people that should be sitting down are you when you talk football to me. Have a seat. Enjoy your whooping on November 27th because that's going to happen. Actually, you might not be able to sit down after that rear slapping that you're going to get. You won't be able to sit down. I can't sit down. The belt hurt too bad. I can't sit.
Poppy.
I don't know why I said that. That's ridiculous. You're bragging about these wins, and I'm like, you don't have any wins to brag about.
Listen. While I agree with if you compare Louisville versus Kentucky, I also the guy makes a point though.
That's a fine point.
You beat Florida. I mean, is Florida still ranked? They're
No.
not, and they're going to get. They're going to get beat this weekend.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
And LSU, obviously. And
Right.
you did almost lose to Chattanooga, and you did survive South Carolina, and you won those games.
They're all wins.
And that matters. No,
Yeah.
I mean, Louisville lost 2 games in the middle of the year. That you win 1 or 2 of those games, we're talking vastly different about
Absolutely.
everything.
Yeah, then they wouldn't be like crying about that. They're hurt.
You both are right.
I understand they're crying. I get it. They're hurt.
Y'all hear this stuff? Right. Notice that the Kentucky conversation, because they're not positive as it is, so the Kentucky conversation won't last long. Fred, we're just showing a little something. Okay, I think I can track one quick segment down. I know we've been in here, so if y'all can handle me for about 6 more minutes, I think we'll have one more thing y'all need to hear. We do need them to win, Enzo. Right. The propaganda be coming from there. Right. You just said yeah, right. BM. They breeze over barely beating South Carolina, Missouri, and Chattanooga. Like, oh, it's no big deal. Like they don't suck. Like Boston College didn't beat Missouri. Like Boston College didn't beat Missouri. You survived South Carolina and Missouri. Right, Lauren, right. But they contradict and sit around playing our sound. Setting up their whole show based on what me and Steve talked. Did y'all hear? We talked 4 minutes, not even 4 minutes of UK. We get Butch, we get UK Vince, and they put they balance, they write the show around Louisville. Kentucky's top 15, and they're talking about Louisville, North Carolina State, and the fan base, and how they feel about Satterfield, and how if he wins, then his fans are bending the knee. Right. Right. And the momentum is going forward. No, we're a 7-point underdog. We're supposed to lose to North Carolina State. Again, North Carolina State is 1 point away from being, or 2 points, whatever, away from being 6-1. Y'all know how hard it is to go to an SEC school, to their home on a game opener when everybody's healthy and win. It's hard. Yeah, listen, they did not mention South Carolina quarterback was a fucking GA. South Carolina's quarterback was a grad assistant, Beef. And I think that's the point you're making. Yeah, he was a GA. Y'all snuck an extra point in against Georgia, whose backup quarterback played. Georgia wiped the floor with y'all with their backup quarterback. Are you joking? You had 20 players who were supposed to be suspended all get eligible at the same time. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. Let's see if I got a quick one for y'all. If I got a quick one, let's see. We might have it, we might not. Boom, boom. That's 3. Let's hit 2. Stream. Hold on, y'all. Here I come. Share. Oh, that's the wrong one, y'all. Sorry. Okay, now we can share it the right way. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Are you ready for a job that gets you more?
This is Attorney Alex.
Time now.
The culture here, which is how do we help young people get better?
And James Strebel.
Unlike what some people think today, the idea of playing basketball at Kentucky is to win national championships, not to see how many guys you can put in the NBA.
True.
On ESPN 680 and 105.7.
All weekend, $9.30 back with the first one.
No.
Okay, well, good.
That's you now.
Well, that
Yeah,
is
we're
me
trying to
now.
get
I
to
know.
Just drink.
Yeah, I just drink. Yeah,
drink.
yeah.
Good for Green.
People to come by the tailgate. Be big.
You didn't do any of this.
Oh, they disappointed you.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry,
You
Ty.
got him vetoing a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been about a 2-touchdown by 14.
And in that game is
Okay, that's a guess.
in the
Hold on.
offensive. And I looked at
The bye week.
but
Okay, that's a guess, but
a little
we'll get
bit,
to-
and then holding you out of the, or is he, from my house? So that this class at this point,
I'm
Yes,
gonna find
That's
it, y'all.
correct.
Okay, so
fire hose right now.
we're there.
TV a lot.
I'm gonna find it, y'all.
Playing haymakers out there. I mean, he's absolutely not disappointed. Ty Spalding. So
Yeah,
action
did
packed.
you did that crush you? Him saying that Bona's going to UCLA?
Yeah, no. Also, he got a little chest. He said, "I don't have to go a Dimbona."
Let's do that next. 437 now involved with the show. We got it. It literally
do an IU practice too.
The pieces.
It's the take. It's a Thursday.
On now at UPS.
Find your attorney.
Okay.
Rather than later.
Save all
Buckle.
A very important news announcement.
Head with Soccer City.
This is Patty Ice and Ed's.
A World Series.
Okay.
The other thing, and it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter what people say. It's always the reaction.
Yeah.
But our guy Jerry Eves took a picture at UK practice. What was it, yesterday?
Yeah, and put it out.
Now today he put one up at U of L's practice, and he says he's going to an IU practice.
Right.
Okay. But the butthurt nature of Louisville fans when he does this, like it always works.
He's a king.
Well, no, it just
Y'all hear this?
he is. So you need to on Twitter.
Y'all hear this?
And I don't know, Jerry, but we need to.
I want to meet him so bad.
We need to. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all hear this?
He actually scares me a little bit. He looks he's very serious.
He's a very serious man.
Right, like
yeah.
he kind of like I don't know if his sensibilities would be ours, but we love this. It's him standing like a god, like chest bowed out, like come at me, Ethan Moore.
Like let's go, Blank.
You got something for me, Blank?
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening, Rummage? Hey, like I'm ready to go.
He looks like he's ready for a fight,
and he's one of those. I don't know how old he is, but he's like I guarantee he's got older man strength.
Oh yeah,
he could just beat the hell out of some young kid that messed with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't
like
start a fight with him.
Okay, not
a chance.
Not at all. Listen, donate if Jerry Eves can punch Jack in the stomach for to lead him to.
Well, you don't have to do it today, but like down the line, if we ever get this
come up
together,
with a charity, Jack.
Jerry Eves is in the press box with everybody every single day. Every single game. Right. This is a fact, Chris. That's what I'm saying, BM. Like we got 70 freshmen. We got 70 freshmen. Or even if you said redshirt freshman.
Yeah, anyone.
Well, Chris Mack, he was there today taking a picture of Chris Mack teaching the fundamentals of basketball.
Jerry Eves? I haven't seen that picture yet. Was he in that picture, or was it just a picture of Mack?
It was a picture of Mack.
See that? I mean, Jerry Eves, that's the thing. He wanted people to see him on the court.
Yeah, I don't know what the end game is other than him just being a goat.
That's it.
I don't know. A buddy of mine goes, "What's his end game?" I go, does it matter? Is there any end game here? No one's ever right. No one's ever wrong. It's what we do around here. Satterfield, fire Satterfield, get Braun. Wait a minute. Satterfield's the best. I'm sorry.
Go see Cal. If I want to go see Mike Woodson, you better believe I'm going to go see Mike Woodson. I'll go look like Jerry. Listen to the radio. Say, let's get a picture. Yeah, let's do it. If they didn't hire Kenny Payne, is that what this is about? And every single comment from a Louisville fan was like that.
And if he does it next week or next,
that's how he rolls.
Everyone knows.
And when they all do it, that's Jerry Eves dealership. That's Jerry Eves dealership. Look what Jerry Eves is put. But that Ty Watson Porsche deal
when I saw
on our text thread.
Listen,
it's Jerry Eves.
I almost fell out of my chair.
I got the details of the Ty Washington Porsche deal. Maybe tomorrow I'll talk about it. I know all the exact details of the Ty Washington Porsche deal. Repeat. I know all of the details of the Ty Washington Porsche deal. And if I told you all the details of the Ty Washington Porsche deal, y'all wouldn't be impressed. Listen, y'all. I talked to, let's just say, ownership. I talked to ownership about the details of Ty Washington and his Porsche deal. And his name, image, and likeness. I'm going to sit on it until I get into a mood to tell y'all the details. Y'all are going to enjoy that. Y'all are going to enjoy when I spill the beans on the Ty Washington Porsche deal.
I did. I was
know.
like, Ty in a Porsche. I almost just fell right out.
It's a great car too. I mean,
Dexter says he's played out.
No, he's not.
Here's this: the fact that you think he's a go for trying to bait his alma mater. It's classless.
It's classless. Yeah, Terry, he's just classless.
I'll take that text.
It's another piece to the Jerry East puzzle.
Top 2 or 3 win in the Satterfield era.
Yeah.
And the answer still might be no.
Yeah, it might.
Guys, Texas like Jamal Mashburn did that.
This is the second hour. That means if you've been listening to 2 hours, in the second hour, in the second half of the second hour, so that means y'all been listening to 1 hour and 45 minutes of this. 1 hour and 47 minutes of this stuff.
BBN, of course, BBN. Listen,
yeah,
of course. And if that happened, we was running dealerships and hanging out with Chris Mack. We could have that conversation, but it's not happening. Of course, it would be funny
if Jeff
Cole,
of
BS nonsense that would give us life. That's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, if Feldhouse had some type of company, throwing L's up,
throwing L's up.
Malik Cunningham Planet Fitness billboard in Lexington.
Right there on for sales.
Yeah,
I mean that's exactly. Listen,
y'all know what the difference is? Somebody in here, I know one of y'all know. Will y'all please tell these dudes what Malik Cunningham's Planet Fitness deal is worth? Do any of y'all know? Put it this way. Malik Cunningham, Red State Rams fan. If Malik Cunningham, his Planet Fitness deal, he could go on a lot and buy whatever he wants cash. 100%, Wesley, 100%. Listen, Malik Cunningham's Planet Fitness deal is worth so much more than Ty Washington's Porsche deal. Malik's deal, he can literally go to that lot and do like DMX and say, yeah, drop that off at my house. ACC Digital, the game is going to be on ACC Digital.
Want nothing more than this to happen, but unfortunately it's not happening.
It only happens, I mean, how many times?
And you got to admit, it is funny.
Come on, practice. You know what Cal said to him? Anytime, Jerry. Anytime you want to show up. Jerry, he's just going to be there watching DJ Wagner.
You're right. Never mind. You're right. I forgot all about that angle. Yeah. Texas says Hashimu Evans. Yes, if Ross McMahon and Hashimu Evans became friends.
I love that.
I met him a couple years ago.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You Hashimu Evans? I did. I used to like him a lot. Yeah.
You don't anymore?
I still like. No,
y'all don't remember
when I was like younger. You know, as a kid.
I had
like,
Hashimu Evans on the show.
Yeah, you know, all those guys.
He came
Texas
on the show.
says Lucas and Matt kicking it would be great.
This. Y'all making a joke about a Louisville person buddying up with Hashimu Evans. I had him on the show. Andy knows I had him on the show. I had him on the show for like an hour. Right? Well, we forget about all that? Oh, no, all that got erased.
Yeah, Wukong Orbs.
I would say, yeah. I would. Thank you, Captain Subtlety. I think they were saying that with the fundraising.
Oh, God.
That just confused everybody. If you didn't know anything about Richie, you just confused everybody on that list.
Because Richie Farmer still has like the kind of flat top
Jack, can you confirm if Kyle Hornsby has a flat top? Because I'm giving you the crew cut from the white beard hair.
Okay,
it's offered. When I say Howie Long, man, that's
Howie Long's a good one because he's had that since collar for dude hair. None of that.
God,
I don't know. Okay,
and I don't feather back hair is offered. I can sense. So I can sense that Jack is drowning.
He's far away from the mic.
It's just not like not after it.
No, I don't want to know what Howie Long looks like, bald or with long hair, surfer dude hair. None of that. No, he's got to have the flat top and be very serious.
It's a good text.
Yeah, very good text. Howie Long's great.
I'm not reading that one.
Oh well. I'm still curious what my playbook is.
Texas. Well, no, it's saying it's that we got. I don't
know. Okay,
and I don't know what it means, but your playbook is simple. I mean, it's also.
I'm not hard to figure out.
Yeah, it's like Eddie Grant's playbook.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, it's 3 pages.
Texas Big Rig wants Bozich to save us and give us a prediction on Louisville NC State.
That's all. Hook you up. Pat Riley's a good one.
This might not be something that they want.
No, because he had hair when he was with the Steelers. He's just bald now. No, I disagree. That's a bad one. Not a good one.
I thought it was here, y'all.
They're just naming Fox NFL Sunday
I was
guys.
wrong.
Oh, man.
That's all that is.
I was wrong.
That was
it wasn't on that clip.
That was funny.
Let's take a break. Rick Bozich. It's a Thursday. Bozich joins us next.
But y'all hear this? I mean, does this sound like y'all hear this? Listen, I like Hashimo. Yeah, Maestro, Fire Sticker internet, 6-figure? Absolutely, Wesley. How do we watch ACC digital? Yeah, Fire Stick or internet. Yeah. That's all I can give y'all. The Malik deal, or are you talking about the I know, Fred. Like, but I just want everybody to see, like, this is what goes on in our world. Like, me and Rummage do a show, and then this is what we listen to for the rest of the time. And Lauren's probably mad at me because Lauren hates when I play them. Lauren hates when I play them, but I just, y'all gotta know what it's like from our perspective. An hour, 2 hours of Jerry Eves and Louisville fans. If they get excited, then they're bending the knee.
Ready to fight for you. If you get injured because of some,
it's
touching
astounding.
his tummy.
It's astounding.
The Take with Andy Sweeney.
He was being twerked on by a nearly nude male student.
And then you go back to the last hour,
like a beauty pageant.
Yeah,
like Katie George. She's a beauty queen.
On ESPN 680 and 105.7.
When you look back now, you go,
your last hour.
I think we'll be 6-1 if they played their schedule. I'm not sure they'd be 4-3 if they played our schedule.
George.
Man,
Okay, I need 30 seconds.
It's
touching
astounding.
his tummy.
But I want y'all to hear this one more time.
The Take with Andy Sweeney.
He was being twerked on by a nearly nude
Just listen.
male student.
That's our
And
voices
James
on that
Strebel.
hour
Like a
three.
beauty pageant.
Yeah.
Like Katie George. She's a beauty queen.
On ESPN 680 and 105.7.
When you look back now, you go, I think we'll be 6-1 if they played their schedule. I'm not sure they'd be 4-3 if they played our schedule. Right? Yeah.
Jack, that's the first time he heard the sound.
You got beat by Wake Forest in Virginia, man. How? I don't know, Andy. I don't know.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know.
I can't tell you what to say. Like, I don't know. I don't have anything. Like, I just don't know.
That actually hurt me. Like, I felt bad for Rummage then. That's a sad thing to say. It's very sad. Rummage, you're reaching, buddy.
I'm still disappointed. I dropped that bottle.
Brendan Armstrong.
Y'all were so nice to me too.
I'm slinging it.
I do appreciate
but you can't like
the
because
love
of
and
locks.
support.
Exactly. So we'll get into that. That will set the stage for after Bozich right there. So that will set the stage.
The Malik
I
Planet
did not
Fitness
think you
deal.
heard
It's
that. You did not hear
worth
that
a
right at
lot of
301.
money.
I did not.
What were you
Malik
listening to
deal-
instead of the Open?
This is why I said,
boy.
You don't want it.
Listen, the reason I said Malik Cunningham's not going anywhere because Malik Cunningham's Planet Fitness deal is worth it for him to stay as many years as he can. Just put it that way. I don't like putting their businesses out, but it's bigger. It's a hell of a lot bigger than the Porsche deal. And Malik Cunningham's Planet Fitness deal is enough to make him comfortable in college. Comfortable. And after college.
You do want to know.
Well, hang on. Let's stop everything going on in the life of James Streeble.
I listened to.
Yeah, okay.
Good. Okay.
No, I thought you were
nervous there.
I thought you were stabbing us right in the back.
No. As soon as I got
I
out,
thought you were going full
He's talking to Bozich.
I don't know what's fine. Streeble was nearly. He wasn't listening to us. Anyway, I still sound like I am smoking a pack.
I heard you guys had some questions you wanted to ask me, so I'm trying to prepare for them.
Over that, but it's absolutely from that game was one of the main storylines in that game, no doubt about it.
Hold on,
yeah. I mean, when I said they won the game, but they got to win the fans back over.
Well, again, this is if they win at NC State, how things change around here.
See how.
You want to get kids, especially if they're from the South, probably here as soon as possible. Rick Bozich with us, WDRB. The UK game scares them on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, it's the key to Kentucky possibly going 11-1, and which would be a historic season.
Y'all see how positive they sound with
Good
Kentucky?
news is for Kentucky that they did have a week off 8 times a game. They're not taking a lot of deep shots, but they're just the amount of time that Mississippi State does have the ball. They're good enough on the offensive line and good enough. They're a legit team. So this is the kind of game that it's a good measuring stick game for UK. And with the college football playoff poll coming out.
They're going to attack.
Wouldn't they be in the top 10 in the poll? They would be. I mean,
surprised
if he down and people on his side
and stuff can happen.
I'd be very happy with him. I think Kentucky will win. I think they've proven enough this year in the one game they lost.
Notice how everybody is it just fucking coincidence? Everybody always picks Kentucky to win. Andy just told you every time I dare to say Kentucky might lose, I got to deal with the kickback. Every time I dare to say, so is it just coincidence, y'all, that Kentucky just, I think they're going to win. I just think they're going to win. Why? I just think they're going to win.
They were
Rick Bozich with us at Hall. So there is I say early in the season, but the exhibition season tomorrow night. What are you going to be looking out for? Anything?
Well, you're obviously going to be looking at the style of play and how much different, which over L. Ellis. I think L. Ellis is more thing. He's an early McDonald's All-American.
And we know it's not true. Patino used to do it all the time.
Cal does it.
Yeah, Cal does it.
If you really thought about this, I mean, by now, if Stan Williams is still here, he should be like the star of the team, right?
Yeah.
Considering how
at the end of the season,
he was
a double machine.
Coming in here, he was isn't he the high? He might have been
rebounding in defense. You felt like you 5 names that I gave. I think there's going to be between Kentucky and Louisville, Rick. I think there's going to be tons of combinations in the first
later because they've got options, and if guys aren't reminiscent of Wayne Blackshear, like he came in with these high credentials, and it's like, okay, this first year he's just a freshman, and then the next year
straight to Wayne
he got a little bit
Blackshear.
better, but he's still not what he thought. And it's like at some point you say, is he really as good as everybody projected he was going to be? What's going on here?
Last one for Rick Bozich. On the Kentucky side, we haven't done too much pukey starting 5 to a conversation, but Calipari has said, Ty's a starter, Wheeler's a starter, Oscar Tshiebwe, and the other 2, they got to be my man O'Grady. They got to be Kellen Grady and Keon Brooks. I don't know if it's going to end that way. So do you think those 2 will be the mysterious other starters for Kentucky basketball?
Wow. Brooks is the kind of guy that could handle coming off the bench because his maturity
you see how that
and
is?
approach to the game. And so
Sam come off
I
the
would be a little
bench
bit hesitant on him
he's
because
Wayne
I think
Blackshear.
his
Brooks
personality.
come
Some
off the
guys
bench
might not
and
handle it as well.
he's mature and he can handle
and
it.
I don't know if that would be enough size in the front court and as good of a rebounder as she.
It's going to be an interesting season. It's, I mean, Mint's coming back.
No, because Louisville and Kentucky are both on the road, so Eric and I'll be doing the games from just watching on TV. I think I'm doing the Kentucky game and Eric's doing the Louisville game. We talked about this afternoon, but then November 9th is when it all goes crazy.
Yep, It gets crazy. Cannot wait. I'm jacked up for some college basketball.
Oh, absolutely.
Rick, take care. We'll talk with you next week. Thank you so much.
All right, I got to call Eve, so I'll let you know what he says.
Yeah, please do.
Thank you.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you, Rick.
Y'all hear how Rick finished the interview? I got to call Eves. Y'all hear all this? Y'all hear all this? This stuff we pointing out.
There you go.
What's going on? Which we got a nerd
After both the weekend,
the music festival.
This is wow. EDC, what, Electric Daisy concert. What was it?
How about that?
Really? That is that Marshmallow Head or whatever? Gosh, boy, there's angels, there's sailors, there's all cool. Hey, how do you get into something? I'm like, I know.
Put it at a freaking NASCAR motors.
It's a bunch of young people.
That guy. This I've never heard of EDC. I mean, like I said,
now you're done. You're scattering right now.
What Process went to in the Jersey Shore when he had his glow sticks? Is that what that is? That's not my scene.
Easy years ago.
I'm trying to get to the last conversation.
Yes. Look, are you driving? It was
we have to get to
the Billy Reed sound.
We got Billy Reed sound that nearly killed Jack Grossman that we need to get to, and the doomsday scenario for James Strebel.
Oh yeah,
we'll do all of that in many cases
as illegal.
No, I heard
Jack positions plus you should be howling
on
and just me. So we all did solo, like Kellen did solo with
it's
me.
A rejoin, Jack.
He did solo with my wife.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was everybody. It was everybody. We all got solo time. There's no favoritism.
On ESPN 680 and 105.7.
This reminder, UPS jobs. UPS is also get to that. And
undefeated Cardinals, one loss Packers. Let's go. That's where Wandell went. He went to Highland.
No, I didn't know that either. At live, I mean, do we want to, move Lance McGarvey and
team that I'm not even worried at all. Like he's going to Kentucky, but like Michigan might be something. South Carolina, no way. He's not going to South Carolina. Another four-star wide receiver that has Alabama offers. You got the guy.
You want to play the hits before I move on to something else?
Real quick.
Go ahead.
It's real simple. I mean, he's like, I had other offers, but I stayed to the place where my family could watch me. That's what it came down to. It wasn't like Scott Satterfield's a great coach. They're building a great defense with Brian Brown. I believe I can win football games at Louisville and be in big-time bowl games and perhaps further my NFL career.
Is this true,
but
Jack?
it's like, well, it was close to home, so I want my family to watch me play.
Y'all.
So I guess Louisville.
Let's hear it then. Let me hear it to see if Strebel's full of BS here.
All right,
go ahead.
Many people that's in my hometown know that. Or that's really close to me know that my top three was Nebraska, Cincinnati, and Louisville. In the beginning, and the coaching staff from Louisville knows this. I was leaning more towards Nebraska, and my family, they talked to me about it, and they said, if you choose this college, we will not be able to be at every home game. And as a kid, that's first going off to college, and you take that. Well, at what college?
You hear what he said? We will not be able to be at every home game. That's fair. Is this the point of y'all show? Another Louisville got a 5-star recruit that you know what Coach Mack said? I went to Coach Mack's introduction press conference with all the boosters. And he asked the public a rhetorical question of all alumni and boosters. He said, do y'all realize that 80% of the recruits choose their colleges based is some number like that based on location? Analytically, Coach Mack said that to every alumni, every booster, And I was at that meeting. And he said, I got Indianapolis, I got the Ohio Valley, I got Carolina, I got maybe Chicago. Like the areas he named, he said, my recruiting is strong in these areas, and these are the areas I'm going to concentrate on. Like he broke that whole thing down. It's a fact. It's a fact. Those are only the 10%ers that go outside of their region. Those are the 10%ers.
My man, it's called the Cardinal Walk. You take that walk and you don't see your family there, it kind of discourages you a little bit. You're like, dang, I wish my family was here. So, I kind of took that into consideration, and I was like, it's 10 hours away. Nope, I'm not going there. And I want my family, my hometown people, my coaches, to be able to come and watch me play if they wanted to. And so that was out of question. And then, I went to Cincinnati spring game, and, I just really didn't have that feel that, I wanted to play there. And, Coach Dickinson and
I love this kid.
Coach Coop, when he was on the staff. Spring game, and, I just really.
This is very important, y'all. Yeah, Wesley, 100%. 100%. They're sitting around. They ain't never done nothing. Sitting around laughing about a kid who wants his school, his high school, his family to be able to see him play. And he's committed. And that's funny. Fred. Hold on, y'all. Can y'all please raise your glasses for Fred? Raise your glasses. Raise your bowls or your cigars or whatever you do to close your evenings. Please raise them for Fred. Fred, thank you for supporting the channel. Vaughn says, wait, seriously? They're in hour 3, and they're replaying an interview from LSL about how a kid, a 5-star defensive lineman, wants to play. Like it's the only reason. But here's where it gets really juicy, y'all. And I want y'all to listen. To y'all that's still in the building, I see most of y'all are on YouTube. Please, while you're in here on YouTube, make this the last thing you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The last thing I want you to do is hit the like button on principle before you get, because I want you, this is the best part of the show coming up. Hey, y'all remember when I said Coach Cooper? Okay, if you're mad, Cool Guy Don, this is for you in particular. We are all mad at Coach Satterfield's defensive line. He went and got Cooper. 8 months ago, I said, Cooper is the solution to most of our problems. Coach Cooper, from that basement in Florida that we plucked out of Florida and Georgia came and stole him, that let me know that these coaches know what they're doing. That let me know we got some smart ass coaches. And the coaches went to Vince Tyree and said, hey, we got to pay this dude some money and bring him in here. And Vince Tyree said, I agree. That made me comfortable with Vince Tyree. That made me know my coaches know what they're doing. Now, again, the defensive scheme of 3-man, that's a tactical frustration. If y'all were stuck with that, if y'all were just stuck on that philosophy, I wasn't gonna be okay with that moving forward. But outside of that, we love so much that this coaching staff is doing with these players. That Cooper hire was huge. That Cooper hire I even told y'all that Cooper hire got us in the door with some defensive linemen we would have never got in the door with. I told y'all that. Even though Cooper left, I said, hey, it was worth it for those couple of months. What did I say? I said, kids that would have never considered Louisville are now considering Louisville. Even if Cooper goes to Georgia, I said 3 months of Cooper saying, come to the Ville, come to the Ville, come to the Ville. Look how cold the Ville is. Look, it got us in contact with a lot of defensive linemen. I told y'all that. When they tried to make jokes about how Louisville can't keep a coach, he went to Georgia, dumbass. He went to Georgia. Georgia is the #1 team in the country, and they beat the shit out of Kentucky. So the players that they needed at Georgia to beat the shit out of Kentucky, we were one step away from getting them here. And we got our foot in the door with those linemen that Georgia was going to use to kick Kentucky's ass. I told y'all that. But pay close attention to what happens in this exchange. They're making fun of Popeye. Listen, Under Armour All-American, Popeye Williams. 5-star Alabama, Popeye Williams. They're making fun of him because he wants to stay a little closer to home. But listen to what he says and listen to their reaction. We'll back it up 15 seconds.
You know, it's 10 hours away. Nope, I'm not going there. And I want my family, you know, my hometown people, my coaches, you know, to be able to come and watch me play if they wanted to. And so that was out of question. And then, you know, I went to Cincinnati spring game and, you know, I just really didn't have that feel that, you know, I wanted to play there. And, you know, Coach Dickinson and
I love this kid.
Coach Coop, when he was on the staff.
Y'all hear that? He said, Coach Coop, he was on the staff. Y'all hear how fucking excited they got? Listen to them. Listen to how excited they are about Coach Coop, who was on the staff. Marcus Maben said, we got our foot in the door on some defensive linemen we would have never got in on because these dudes are fucking studs. And they cost money. Most of them cost money. But if you mess around and find some diamonds in the rough who don't care about the money, who care about their morals and their word, with Satterfield and their program, this is the kind of people they look for. Dudes that are honorable. Dudes that play with heart and honor. He's a perfect recruit. He's the perfect target for our coaching staff. He just told you Coach Coop is the one who opened my eyes to Louisville. This is what I've been telling y'all. I'm sorry that y'all got to listen to people who don't know shit about this part of the game. You're listening to people who don't know shit about this part. 10 of us follow Coach Coop. 10 of us say we like Louisville. 3 of us say I want to come to Louisville. Coach Coop leaves, but those 3 that like Louisville say, you know what? Fuck Georgia. I like Louisville. I feel comfortable at Louisville. That's what happens. I've been through it. I know where I felt comfortable. I could have went to 1,000 places. I could have got paid to go to places. I could have got paid a lot of money to go to places, to go to schools. I know kids who care about the sport. That's a kid who cares about the sport and his word. That's why we are where we are now. It's a fact. It's a fact. I got to check this real quick. Fair enough. That's a package that's on the way. I might do an unveiling or unboxing. I might not. But listen closely, y'all.
Yes! Cincinnati spring game, and I just really didn't have that feel that I wanted to play there. And Coach Henderson and
I love this kid.
Coach Coop when he was on the staff. Coach Pete, all those guys.
What's up, Ethan Moore? What's up, Diener? Coach Coop doing work. You owe Coach Coop. Cut this damn sound.
We're done.
We're done with the sound.
Coach Coop.
Y'all hear that?
Get this out of here with the bond.
Make him a cake and send it to him and get gift cards, whatever he wants. Coach Coop gave you a gift, and you said he wasn't important. I remember that sleeping conversation.
I remember that.
Listen to them, y'all. Listen to I don't know. Okay, put it this way. They're my coworkers. These guys are my coworkers. Do y'all hear them saying y'all said Cooper wasn't important? I told y'all Cooper was the best hire, was the A1 number one hire. Y'all do agree, right? I said Cooper was the perfect hire, the absolute perfect hire. And they're saying, oh, Cooper wasn't important. Oh, Louisville fans said, no, y'all are fucking lying. Y'all are lying. Listen to what happens next. If y'all stayed up for this, I really do appreciate y'all staying up because y'all know more than all other Louisville fans know because y'all get to see with your own two eyes. This is how it plays out.
I'm physically angry right now. I am angry.
Right the whole damn time.
I am angry. I'm angry at everyone.
That's ridiculous.
Coach Cooper, for people that don't know, was this, seemingly might be a shady.
I want to hear it.
We're done with the sound.
Coach Coop.
Look, they cut off the sound.
Yes.
Listen.
Coach Pete, all those guys.
What's up, Ethan Moore? What's up, Diener? Coach Coop.
Andy sound like, what do Andy sound like? Don't he sound like a Kentucky fan? Andy spiking the ball because 5-star Popeye, Under Armour All-American Popeye said he messed with Coach Cooper. Listen to them screaming and yelling and cheering. But listen to what happens next. Oh, this is perfect. Thank you, sports gods, for giving me this moment. I know y'all love me.
Doing work. You owe Coach Coop. Cut this damn sound.
We're done.
We're done with the sound.
Coach Coop.
Get this out of here with the bond.
Make him a cake and send it to him and get gift cards, whatever he wants. Coach Coop gave you a gift, and you said he wasn't important. I remember that sleeping conversation.
I remember that too.
Stupid conversation.
I'm physically angry right now. I am angry.
Right the whole damn time.
I am angry. I'm angry at everyone.
That's ridiculous.
Coach Cooper, for people that don't know, was this, seemingly might be a shady guy. I don't know.
Recruiting guru.
He
used to bark at Big Dog.
Who everyone loved. He barked at Big Dog Vince Marrow, and then he left and went to Georgia because, of course, he would leave and go to Georgia. And Louisville fans act like it wasn't a big deal. No. Now, I still follow Coach Coop. He has retweeted me various times. I feel like we might have a relationship at some point.
Can we get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like, we
just lost, quite possibly, the best up-and-coming defensive line.
They follow Coach Coop.
Do y'all hear this? Jack played my voice, and he destroyed their whole fucking point. Listen, for y'all that are still in here, just give me 2 more minutes of your time. They're sitting here talking about how the Louisville fans said Coach Cooper was insignificant. Thank you, Jack Grossman. May the heavens rain bounty on you. I could not have asked for a better fuck up. Listen to the clip that Jack Grossman played, y'all. Andy and James are sitting there talking about how Louisville fans said Coach Cooper was insignificant, and listen to what Jack Grossman did. Thank you. Please listen to this, y'all. This is the best moment of my week.
Is retweeting me various times.
Oh,
I feel like we might have a relationship at some point.
Can we get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like, we walk into
We just
traffic.
lost quite possibly the best up and coming defensive line
They agree with
recruiter.
us.
They're the only two.
I'm sorry. Who did we lose them to? Georgia. But who made the decision to go get him? Oh, that's just some random decision. No. Marcus told you. He said,
"What's Jack doing right now?"
Oh, what
Y'all think it's just
we don't need
no
to talk
big
about
deal?
a fight with Maven.
That's
What are we
Saturday.
doing right now?
Andy was on a roll.
He tried, and that's just it's a colossal wreck right there.
He's trying to work to do
And
good.
what's Jack doing right now?
Sorry.
Oh,
I feel like we might.
Yes, Jack. Yes. Oh my God. Jack is undercover. Hats off to Jack. Jack works for 93.9. Thank you, Jack Grossman. Do y'all hear the confusion in Andy and James? Josh, Jordan, Lauren says, hold on, y'all. Let me go through this. You got it. All right, Jason Baker, hats off to Jack. Lauren says, nice job, Jack. Jordan S says, Jack's fired. Josh is laughing. Do y'all hear them? Oh, Raider says that was funny. Do y'all hear what happened just now? Please, y'all, if y'all still in here, please leave me a comment. This is so funny. Listen, I'm gonna laugh for the rest of the night. They were like, Jack, you're killing me. Listen, Alicia, Josh, Ronnie. Oh my God. Did y'all hear Jack just bombard and kill the show with facts? Did y'all just hear it? Oh God. R.L. Holt, Josh, Fleetwood Mac, Chris, Fred, please, everybody, cheers to Jack Grossman. The sports gods are never wrong. Listen, Cashmere, you still in the building. Vaughn 502 still in the building. Fred, good job, Jack. I gotta play this again, y'all. Please listen to Jack fuck up their whole narrative, y'all. This was awesome. Oh my God, Jack the Ripper. Oh God, Jack the Undertaker. How awesome is this,
Might
y'all?
have a relationship at some point, and then I'm angry at everyone.
That's
ridiculous. Coach Cooper, for people that don't know, seemingly might be important. Put this damn down.
We're done.
He was on the staff.
Listen, he said Coach Coop was on the staff, and they spiked the ball, and they did the Heisman pose, and they did the celebration, and they did the Deion Sanders. They did everything. They tried to cut off the sound. And Jack, y'all see why we fuck with Jack? Like, sometimes Jack gets a little, Jack is Jack. But y'all wonder why it's like, why y'all put up with Jack? He's a saboteur. No, Jack's not a saboteur. He's just under the influence of Andy Sweetie sometimes. But listen to them piss on our 5-star defensive line talent, Under Armour All-American, saying, I chose Louisville because I felt comfortable at Louisville, and that's where I want to be. This is the best. I'm so glad y'all hung out with me tonight to enjoy this moment with me. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate it so much.
And so that was out of question. And then, I went to Cincinnati spring game, and, I just really didn't have that feel that, I wanted to play there. And, Coach Dickinson and
I love this kid.
Coach Coop, when he was on the staff. All those guys.
What's up, Ethan Moore? What's up, Diener? Coach Coop doing work. You owe Coach Coop. Cut this damn down.
We're done.
We're done with
this out. Coach
Coop,
get this out of here with the bond.
Bake him a cake and send it to him and get gift cards, whatever he wants. Then Coach Coop gave you a gift and you said he wasn't important. I remember that sleepy conversation.
I remember that too.
Stupid conversation.
I'm physically angry right now. I am
we
angry.
Were right the whole damn time.
I am angry. I'm angry at everyone.
That's ridiculous.
Coach Cooper, for people that don't know, was this, seemingly might be a shady guy. I don't know.
Recruiting guru.
Recruiting guru.
He used to bark at Big Dog.
Who everyone loved. He barked at Big Dog Vince Marrow, and then he left and went to Georgia because, of course, he would leave and go to Georgia. And Louisville fans act like it wasn't a big deal. Now, I still follow Coach Coop. He has retweeted me various times. I feel like we might have a relationship at some point.
Can we get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like, we
just lost, quite possibly, the best up-and-coming defensive line
they agree
recruiter.
With us.
They're the only two.
I'm sorry. Who did we lose them to? Georgia. But who made the decision to go get him? Oh, that's just some random decision. No. Marcus told you. He said,
"What's Jack doing right now?
Oh, what
Jack,
what
are we it's doing? Just
we don't need
no big deal.
Fight with Maven. What are we doing right now?
Andy was on a roll.
He tried, and that's a colossal wreck right there.
He's trying to work and do a good job.
That was a colossal failure.
It was a bad job.
That's one of his top failures.
It really was.
It really was.
You were going on about Coach Coop. He's retweeting you.
Oh, everything was good.
Yeah.
He's like, we walk in your trap and take your whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know the saying because they're stealing a kid right from Florida, like another 4 or 5 star.
And he's just walking in there and
he's like, he's a bag man. I'm like, great, good.
Yeah, good. That's what Georgia wants.
It's college football recruiting. That's what Satterfield needs is a bag man.
Satterfield hired him to be a bag man.
See what they're doing?
If only Coop were here. Jack, are you leaking confidence now?
Uh-oh.
No. I still think it would have hit if you would have let me play the entire clip, but that's your guys' problem.
It was
I was going to set up for Streeble to explode, but you guys don't want that.
If only we could wrestle.
Who did we lose it to? Georgia.
Y'all hear
Can we get Coach Coop?
He left and went to Georgia because, of course, he would leave and go to Georgia. For people that don't know,
gave you a
work. You owe Coach Coop. Cut this damn down.
Coach Coop, when he was on the staff. So that was out of question. And then, I went to Cincinnati spring game, and, I just really didn't have that feel that, I wanted to play there. And,
if I knew cash out, I would give it to y'all.
He was on the staff. Coach Pete, all those guys.
What's up, Ethan Moore? What's up, Peter? Coach Coop doing work. You owe Coach.
Listen to Andy. He's supposed to be neutral. Listen to him fucking cheering like that. Listen to this. I'm telling y'all. Who said out Enzo? I think you said it. Maestro, I think you said it. Ball don't lie. Listen to Jack. Jack's not connected to anybody. Jack was just waiting on his opportunity. Oh my God. Their number one theme for the show was how to shit on Popeye Williams and him being a recruit that's committed and holding firm to his commitment. They wanted to try to crap on it. And Jack on purpose or accidentally, we'll say on purpose, he played the truth. And y'all hear how they responded to Jack Grossman? I swear, y'all, I couldn't have asked for a better radio ending.
Cut this damn sound.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who let me know.
Out of question, and then I went to the Cincinnati spring game, and I just really didn't have that feel that I wanted to play there. And Coach Dickinson and
I love this kid.
Coach Coop, when he was on the staff. Coach Pete, all those guys.
What's up, Ethan Moore? What's up, Diener? Coach Coop doing work. You owe Coach Coop. Cut this damn sound.
We're done.
We're done with this sound.
Coach Coop,
Get this out of here with the bond.
make him a cake and send it to him and get gift cards, whatever he wants. Coach Coop gave you a gift, and you said he wasn't important.
To how
I remember that stupid conversation.
I remember that too.
Stupid conversation.
I'm physically angry right now. I am angry
the whole damn time.
I am angry. I'm angry at everyone.
That's ridiculous.
Coach Cooper, for people that don't know, was this, seemingly might be a shady guy. I don't know. Recruiting guru.
He used to bark at Big Dog.
Who everyone loved. He barked at Big Dog Vince Marrow, and then he left and went to Georgia because, of course, he would leave and go to Georgia. And Louisville fans act like it wasn't a big deal.
No.
Now, I still follow Coach Coop. He has retweeted me various times. I feel like we might have a relationship at some point.
Can we
here.
get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like, we
just lost quite possibly the best up and coming defensive line
they agree
recruiter.
with us.
They're the only two.
I'm sorry. Who did we lose them to? Georgia. But who made the decision to go get him? Oh, that's just some random decision. No. Marcus told you. He said,
"What's Jack doing right now?"
Oh, what
Y'all think it's just
we don't need
no
to
big
a
deal.
fight with Maven.
That's
What are we doing right now?
Andy was on a roll.
He tried, and that just. It's a colossal wreck right there.
He's trying to work and do a good job.
That was a colossal
It was
failure.
a bad job.
That's one of his top failures.
It really was.
It really was.
You were going on about
Epic
Coach Coop. He's
Cashmere.
retweeting you.
Everything was good.
Yeah.
He's like, we walk in your trap and take
I
you
may
or
play
whatever.
tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
I don't know the saying
Can I play
because they're
that
stealing
tomorrow?
a kid right from Florida, like another 4 or 5 star.
And he's just walking in there and be
Yeah.
like, but he's
And I'm
like,
he's like, he's a bag man. I'm like, great, good.
yeah, good. That's what Georgia wants.
It's college football recruiting. That's
No,
what
no
Satterfield
crap.
needs is a bag man.
Satterfield hired him to be a bag man.
Did you
If only,
see?
if only
Did you hear how
Cooper
they
here.
cut him off?
Jack, are you leaking confidence now?
Uh-oh.
No. I still think it would have hit if you would have let me play the entire clip, but that's your guys' problem.
It was
Whoa.
It was going to set up for
30
Streeble to
seconds
explode, but
in.
you guys don't want that, so that's fine.
No, we
That's
don't.
what you. That's fine.
No.
I'm not like getting confidence. I know I was right.
I like that.
Play the rummage sound from today. You want to play the rummage sound?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
And then they go to play the rummage sound. Their counterpunch is play the rummage sound. I give y'all all of ESPN Louisville. You're welcome. And I'm going to play it. Don't worry about it. If y'all still here, we might as well take it home. Only a couple seconds left of the show. That was the best moment of 2021. Hey, y'all, how did they sound? How did they sound? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Lauren says, sweet vengeance. Cashmere said Jack just gave him a rope, the red flag or the white flag. If L's down has sound, it would be Andy reacting to Popeye talking crap about Coach. Definitely the squeakiest radio voices. Oh, goodness gracious. You should play the sound all the damn time. Normally, I don't pay attention to what they do. But this one might be worth it. Jordan S is trying to hype me up, y'all. If y'all want to help Jordan S hype me up, let me know. Because I can tell you right now, if y'all feel like Jordan S, back him up. And if I see some likes and I see some comments on this one, I promise you, I will replay this moment. I will set it up and replay this moment, and that'll be my first hour or second hour. Either way, if y'all feel like Jordan S feels, and Jordan S is the day one, y'all. Listen, Jordan S's name is on the board for the support of the channel. Jordan S made me believe that this channel was a good idea. Jordan S, CJ3K, Lauren, Craig J. I don't want to forget anybody. Those are just the quickest names that came to my head because I remember making the CJ3K, Jordan S, Lauren, Craig J. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting all my day ones. Just right off the bat, I just remember making all the little videos. But that crew, if y'all feel the same way they feel, please back them up. Please back them up. Or S K. Golly, I'm sorry. RL Hope, y'all been here day one. If y'all back them up, I'll do it. I listen. Right, change the narrative quick. Rummage sound. Right, I'm gonna play that too. They sounded defeated. They died inside. They were completely flustered. Mic drop. RL Holt. Lauren backs Jordan. I may have to do it. Ooh, that felt different. Alicia co-signs with Jordan. You have to play that back, Jordan. The last decision is Steve. He's the last one. Now, I'll ask Steve, do you want to do it? Because we don't usually we don't swim in that. We don't slop in the mud often. But this may be the day. Jason, you're day one. Okay, y'all. All we need is one more person's permission. And that's Rummage. Let's see what let's see what their escape plan was.
Steve, what are we doing, Steve? I mean,
when you look back,
I'm not like getting evidence now.
Uh-oh.
No.
He's
like, run.
I'm sorry. I got you.
Oh, that's just some random.
Possibly. This is so good.
He might be a shady guy.
I remember that sleepy conversation.
I remember that
stupid conversation.
I'm physically angry right now.
I am
angry.
Were right the whole damn time.
I am angry. I'm angry.
I got to do it, y'all. I get to do it, not got to do it. Go for the juggler now. They said it's time. Wesley Keys says it's time. Salud. This is awesome, y'all. This is awesome. I couldn't have
Great, everyone.
That's ridiculous.
Coach Cooper, for people that don't know, was this, seemingly might be a shady guy. I don't know.
Recruiting guru. He used to bark at Big Dog.
Who everyone loved. He barked at Big Dog Vince.
Oh, God. Hey, y'all. If you're still hanging in there with me, I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. But we got to cheers one last time. Listen, we got to cheers one last time to Fleetwood Eric. This is so good. This is so good, y'all. This is so perfect. Thank you, Jack. And thank you, Fleetwood Eric, because y'all get to see for yourself what it's like. Y'all get to be Marcus and Steve for a day. When I replay this, I know some of y'all hate it. Lauren, I'm sorry. But y'all got to see tonight a full 3 hours of what it's like to be Marcus and Steve. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful night. Fleetwood Eric. Oh, this is the best. This is the best. Oh, this is the best. This is the best. This is the best, y'all. Golly, I love y'all.
Tomorrow, and then he left and went to Georgia because, of course, he would leave and go to Georgia. And Louisville fans act like it wasn't a big deal.
No.
Now, I still follow Coach Coop. He has retweeted me various times. I feel like we might have a relationship at some point.
Can we get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like, we walk into
We just
draft.
lost, quite possibly, the best up-and-coming defensive line
They agree with us.
recruiter.
They're the only two.
I'm sorry. Who did we lose them to? Georgia.
We get Coach.
He left and went to Georgia because, of course, he would leave
I'm
and go to
sorry, y'all.
Georgia.
I'm sorry, Lauren.
And
I'm sorry,
Louisville
John.
fans
Not a
act
big
like
deal.
it wasn't a big deal.
No.
Now, I still follow Coach Coop. He has retweeted me various times. I feel like we might have a relationship at some point.
Can we
here.
get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like, we walk into
We just
draft.
lost, quite possibly, the best up-and-coming defensive line
They agree with us.
recruiter.
They're the only two.
I'm sorry. Who did we lose them to? Georgia. But who made the decision to go get him? Oh, that's just some random decision. No. Marcus told you. He said,
"What's Jack doing right now?"
Oh, what
That's
is
not
doing?
what are we
It's
doing?
just
We don't need
no
to
big
big
deal.
fight with Maven.
That's
What are we
exactly
doing right now? Just
Andy was on a roll.
he tried, and that just it's a colossal wreck right there.
Trying to.
he's Suter.
Tweeted me various
That's like
times.
the best
I feel like we
moment
might have a
of my
relationship at some
radio
point.
Can we
here.
get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like, we walk into
We just
draft.
lost, quite
Oh,
possibly,
God, this is
the
the best.
best up-and-coming defensive line.
They agree with us. He has
This is
retweeted
the
me various
best, y'all.
times. I feel like we might have a relationship at some point.
Can we
here.
get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like, we walk into
We just
draft.
lost, quite possibly, the best up-and-coming defensive line
They agree with
recruiter.
They're
various
They were
times.
panicked,
I feel
y'all.
like we
This is
might
the
have a
best.
relationship at some point.
Can we
here.
get Coach
hanging
Coop on
out with me
the
tonight.
air?
Because he was like,
listen,
we walk into
We just
draft.
lost.
And
Do y'all realize normally I would be doing this alone? Normally I would be doing this right at my desk alone. Y'all stay with me tonight. This is what I do with my nights. Even though I dropped my bottle, that me dropping my bottle was an omen. I would gladly pay $27 and drop my bottle to have this moment tonight. And I think y'all supported the channel enough to where I think I can afford another bottle tomorrow. I think y'all bought me a new bottle. I'm not sure, but I think y'all bought me a bottle. And tomorrow I'm gonna buy another bottle. Listen, I went out there and I bought the little mini broom and I scraped up the glass and I brought the dustpan and I got the bag and I cleaned the parking lot up so I don't want any animals getting hurt. I don't want any kids stepping on glass. So I took my phone, I used the flashlight, I used my porch light, I swept up all the glass so nobody runs into the glass from my bottle. But in hindsight, I would gladly pay for that bottle break to have y'all hanging out with me and hitting the like button like y'all have tonight and listening to this. It was such a fair trade. This is the best trade I can ask for, y'all. Who gives a damn about that bottle? We can drink the cheap stuff tonight and we can go get a nice replaced bottle tomorrow. It's so worth it, y'all.
Louisville fans act like it wasn't a big deal. I remember that too.
Coach Coop.
Let's just do it one last time. I kind of took that into consideration, and I was like, it's 10 hours away. Nope, I'm not going there. And I want my family, my hometown people, my coaches, to be able to come and watch me play if they wanted to.
Yes, we heard it.
So that was out of question. And then, I went to Cincinnati spring game, and, I just really didn't have that feel that, I wanted to play there. And, Coach Dickinson and
I love this kid.
Red State.
He was on the staff.
Jack's probably watching right now.
Yes.
Sorry. Red
State.
State Rams fan. Jack has hours like us. Jack is probably up. Mark Ennis is probably up. They probably up. Listen, 790 fans. Nick Coffey is probably watching this too. Everybody want to see the drama going on over here. Everybody y'all know is probably listening to this right now. John Bowles probably listening. Kendrick Haskins probably listening. And Josh. I think this put me over the top, y'all. I have enough to afford a replacement bottle. Thank y'all so much. I enjoy keeping y'all informed. Thank you for the gesture of saying you appreciate me being here every night, except for 1 or 2 nights where I got to go be a human being. But Josh, thank you. Cheers, Josh. This is perfect. Thank you, everybody, for cheers to Josh. Thank you, everybody, for a cheers to Josh. Cheers to Josh in the new bottle. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I don't want much. Just y'all, listen. Y'all got me a microphone to do a better show. Y'all got me headphones to do a better show. Y'all keep me with a bottle to do a good show. That's all you like. This is perfect. Like, it keeps me here in my seat every night. This is the best. We have the best relationship, y'all. We have the best relationship. You don't do radio. You gotta love it, man, because radio don't pay nothing. Radio doesn't pay anything, y'all. You have to really, really love it. Like me and Steve. Thank y'all for giving a cheers to Josh. I do really appreciate that. But this is awesome. I just can't help it.
It's 10 hours away. Nope, I'm not going there. And I want my family, my hometown people, my coaches, to be able to come and watch me play if they wanted to.
That's something that should be respected.
And, so that was out of question. And then, I went to Cincinnati spring game, and, I just really didn't have that feel that, I wanted to play there. And, Coach Dickinson and
I love this kid.
Coach Coop, he was on the staff.
Yes!
Coach Pete, all those guys.
What's up, Ethan Moore? What's up, Diener? Coach Coop doing work. You owe Coach Coop. Cut this damn sound.
We're done.
We're done with this sound.
Coach Coop,
get this out of here with the bond.
Bake him a cake and send it to him and get gift cards, whatever he wants. Coach Coop gave you a gift and you said he wasn't important. I remember that stupid conversation.
I remember that too.
Stupid conversation.
I'm physically angry right now.
I
am angry.
Right the whole damn time.
I am angry. I'm angry at everyone.
That's ridiculous.
Coach Cooper, for people that don't know, was this, seemingly might be a shady guy. I don't know.
Recruiting guru. He used to bark at Big Dog.
Who everyone loved. He barked at Big Dog Vince Marrow, and then he left and went to Georgia because, of course, he would leave and go to Georgia. And Louisville fans act like it wasn't a big deal. No. Now, I still follow Coach Coop. He is retweeting me various times. I feel like we might have a relationship at some point.
Can we get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like,
we just lost, quite possibly, the best up-and-coming defensive line
they agree
recruiter.
With
us. They're the only two.
I'm sorry. Who did we lose them to? Georgia. But who made the decision to go get him? Oh, that's just some random decision. No. Marcus told you. He said,
"What's Jack doing right now?"
Oh, what
Jack,
is doing?
what are we
It's
doing
just
now? We don't need
no
to
big
big
deal.
fight with Maven.
That's
What are we doing
Saturday.
right now?
Andy was on a
roll.
roll.
Tried, and that just
Jack, y'all.
that's a colossal wreck right there.
He's trying to work and do a good job.
That was a colossal failure.
It was a bad job.
That's one of his top failures.
It really was.
It really was.
You were going on about Coach Coop. He's retweeting you.
Oh, everything was good.
Yeah.
He's like, we walk in your trap and take your whatever.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I don't know the saying because they're stealing a kid right from Florida, like another 4 or 5 star.
And he's just walking in there and be like,
he's like, he's a bag man. I'm like, great, good.
Yeah, good. That's what Georgia wants.
It's college football recruiting. That's what Satterfield needs is a bag man.
Satterfield hired him to be a bag man.
If only Coop were here. Jack, are you leaking confidence now?
Uh-oh.
No. I still think it would have hit if you would have let me play the entire clip, but that's your guys' problem.
It was
it was going to set up for Streeble to explode, but you guys don't want that, so that's fine. That's fine. No. I'm not like any confidence. I know I was right.
I like that.
Play the rummage sound from today. You want to play the rummage sound?
Yeah, I guess.
That's your go-to.
Steve. What are we doing, Steve?
That's your
You
go-to.
look back now, you go, I think we'll be 6-1 if they played their schedule. I'm not sure they'd be 4-3 if they played our schedule.
Right. Yeah. Right. So I'm like, I know Ole Miss would have busted you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
No.
The way you speak, listen.
Ole Miss would have blew y'all
that
the fuck
Missouri
out.
game. Boston College probably would have busted you.
ECU.
Oh, get me a break.
No.
UCF.
You're right. UCF with that QB.
Think about this. All we said is, listen, Ole Miss blew out LSU. We just said Ole Miss would have definitely busted you. Think about that. Ole Miss would have busted you. Georgia would have busted you. We know that. You barely beat Missouri. Boston College beat Missouri. What we're saying is true. You wouldn't be 6-1. Hashtag facts only.
Yeah. Y'all gonna beat that team?
Mm-hmm.
They don't believe that. They don't believe that.
Rummage is doing. He's doing theater.
He's doing theater.
So y'all hear this. Listen, Steve Rummage is a professional, knowledgeable radio host. Andy Sweeney just accused Steve Rummage of being theater. Steve Rummage has been on the radio for 6 years. Steve Rummage, people have enjoyed Steve Rummage a radio commentary for 6 years straight. Steve Rummage has been at the top of time spent listening for 6 years minimum. Steve Rummage entered with Jeremy Wallman and Cardinal Sports Zone on a Saturday, and he worked his way up because of his passion, worked his way up to being on a show that dominates the market in time spent listening. So he's made a lot of sacrifices to be where he's at on radio. Steve could work any regular job and make a lot more money, as I can. Andy Sweeney just accused Steve Rummage of being theater. Like Steve Rummage doesn't feel the way he feels. Steve Rummage he's not acting. Steve Rummage tells his truth. To be accused of fake take is like one of the worst things you can do in sports media. To say that Steve Rummage is faking his opinion is fucked up. Steve Rummage is passionate about his school. He's passionate about the football team. He's passionate about the basketball team. It really hurts to have somebody from the same building say that your opinion is theater, like you're just acting. Could y'all imagine if you were Steve Rummage and somebody in your building said you were acting? Can you imagine how much that shit would hurt your feelings? If you speak passionately about your school every single day and somebody in your building says, oh, what you're doing is just theater. Could you imagine like how pissed you would be? I don't even want to tell Steve Rummage that that's what they said about him. I'm not the type to run back and say, ooh, they said this and this and that about you. I don't want Steve to get insecure or uncomfortable. Could y'all imagine if somebody at the place you worked used your voice as the intro to their show multiple times in the week and then told their fan base that you were just acting? Imagine that. Imagine somebody going to the public and saying, oh, he don't believe that. He's just putting on a show. How pissed would you be if okay, Steve Rummage doesn't know how to react when he sees Reese Gaines. He loved this shit. He loved it. Steve loves it. Could you imagine if somebody who worked in the same building as you were saying you were theater? Somebody who never played high-level contact sports. Imagine if you were Steve. Some dude that never made it past 8th grade sports said you were theater, and Steve Rummage has a job, a dream job. Steve Rummage worked all his life to have this job. Could you imagine working all your life to have this job and one of your coworkers accuse you of being fake by saying you're theater? How mad would you be? Again, I'm not even gonna tell Steve what they said about him. But just imagine. Imagine it was you. Imagine if you talked passionately about something you love every day, and somebody who works in the same building went out there and told everybody that you were faking it. How angry would you be? How pissed off would you be? Again, I'm not telling Steve. Somebody else might. I'm not telling Steve because I know how disrespectful that is. And I'm not the guy to say, ooh, so-and-so was talking shit about you. I don't do that. He loves this school with all his heart. And when he talks about them, he's followed them. He's followed recruiting. Steve has followed recruiting and coaching changes for 20 years just to get to this point where he can tell y'all everything about the Louisville program. And somebody in the same building, because Jack Grossman played some sound that disproved their point, you accuse Steve Rummage of acting. Don't y'all think that's fucked up? Don't y'all think that's like, how would y'all feel? So if Steve Rummage goes out of town, if Steve Rummage just stops tomorrow, don't say nothing. Don't say anything. If Steve Rummage quits tomorrow and starts being a Tennessee fan or a Florida fan, don't say nothing. This dude puts his heart and soul into talking about Louisville sports because he loves Louisville sports. And he has to deal with people who work in the same building telling people that what he's saying is theater. It is what it is. Of course, I love Steve as a co-host. I love going back and forth. I knew from day one he talks with passion. Brandon Marshall. Y'all don't know, Brandon Marshall's a football player. You know why Brandon Marshall left Fox Sports 1? Brandon Marshall realized he talks about football with passion and knowledge. I played the game. I know these people. I talk about it. Brandon Marshall realized he was talking to somebody who doesn't care about being right. He's arguing with somebody who just cares about ratings. Brandon Marshall realized, I'm fighting for the sport. I'm fighting for, I'm trying to teach people about the sport. And all you're doing is trying to get clicks and views. So that's why he left sports media. Steve Rummage is in that same position. Steve talks with passion and knowledge of sports. And he doesn't want to argue with people who don't care about knowledge of the sport. He cares about people just hunting for views. So if Steve said, I don't want to do this anymore, this is the reason. Yeah. Like I want y'all to know this. I'm just saying, I want y'all to listen to this and know that saying a guy is theater, he's an all-state tight end. He's an all-state tight end talking to a top 15 all-time scorer at Louisville. We love the sport. We love the Louisville conversation. And for somebody to say it's theater, pay attention, y'all. So when Steve says, I went to Florida and I'm not sure if I'm coming back, y'all better believe him. What if somebody at your job was telling everybody that you were fake or you were just acting? As passionate as he is about sports, about Louisville sports, it's not going to end good. Y'all should expect any single day to hear no more Steve Rummage. And don't complain when you don't hear him anymore. This is what happens. You won't ridicule Kentucky because if you dare to say anything about Kentucky, then you got to deal with the kickback. But you will sit on here and say somebody who works at the same station is theater. You're comfortable saying Steve Rummage, who is one of the best at what he does, is theater, and you can't say anything about Kentucky without being uncomfortable. Y'all heard it. I heard it. We just listened to it together. You said Steve Rummage is theater. But you said if you say Kentucky might lose, you got to deal with kickback. Every single day. It's like we made the joke about Goodwill Hunting. Every single day when Steve comes in that building, I'm surprised. Because listen, when they use his voice every single day for their content, when he's talking honest and passionate, and that's what happens, and they make it 3 hours out of trolling Louisville fans and making fun of Steve's opinion, y'all gonna lose Steve. Or I'm not saying y'all gonna lose Steve. I'm saying if you do lose Steve, this is what it's like. This is exactly what it looks like. This is exactly what it looks like. When you lose another guy that you really like on radio, that means they're not playing ball. Steve Rummage, Marcus Maben, they're not playing ball. Listen, and just so you know, we all work together. We all know a lot about each other. We all have escape plans. Listen, Steve has enough dirt on everybody in that studio that he can leave with his head held high. Marcus Maben, if he left that studio, he has enough dirt on every coworker that it would be an amicable breakup. Like in that environment, you have to like protect yourself. You should not be sitting there calling a coworker theater. So you think you speak the truth and you call a coworker theater? Once you start getting away with that, Steve Rummage says, okay, I need dirt on everybody. Once Marcus hears that, he said, okay, I need dirt on everybody. Just so when this thing ends, everybody gotta split up agreeable. I had to do it. Steve has to do it. Everybody got to do it. This is facts. No, Steve's not going to catch a charge. No, Steve. If they try to assault Steve's name, Steve can take care of himself. If they try to assault Marcus's name, Marcus can take care of himself. Marcus and Steve can both salt everybody's name. Not that we would, but calling his shit theater, it's messed up. That's messed up. All we do is talk passionately about Louisville. This is the best.
He's doing a bit theater. Yes. By the way,
you're right.
That's no.
Are you leaking?
And he's just walking in there and be like, but he's like, he's a bag man. I'm like, great. Andy was on a roll.
He tried and that just
becoming defense.
Recruiting guru.
He's a barking big dog.
Who everyone loved.
Hold on. Brought him a cake.
Coach P, I just really didn't have that feel that, I wanted to play there. And, Coach Anderson and
I love this kid.
Coach Coop, when he was on the staff.
Oh, yes!
Or Coach P, all those guys.
What's up, Ethan Moore? What's up, Diener? Coach Coop doing work. You owe Coach Coop. Cut this damn sound.
We're done.
We're done with the sound.
Coach Coop,
get this out of here with the bond.
Bake him a cake and send it to him and get gift cards, whatever he wants. Coach Coop gave you a gift and you said he wasn't important. I remember that sleeping conversation.
I remember that too.
Stupid conversation.
I'm physically angry right now. I am angry.
Right. The whole damn
time. I am angry. I'm angry at everyone.
That's ridiculous.
Coach Cooper, for people that don't know, was this, seemingly might be a shady guy. I don't know.
Recruiting guru.
He's
a barking big dog.
Who everyone loved. He barked at Big Dog Vince Marrow, and then he left and went to Georgia because, of course, he would leave and go to Georgia. And Louisville fans act like it wasn't a big deal. No. Now, I still follow Coach Coop. He has retweeted me various times. I feel like we might have a relationship at some point.
Can we get Coach Coop on the air?
Because he was like, we
just lost quite possibly the best up-and-coming defensive line
they agree
recruiter.
With
us. They're the only two.
I'm sorry. Who did we lose them to? Georgia. But who made the decision to go get him? Oh, that's just some random decision. No.
Listen,
Marcus told you. He said,
"What's Jack doing right now?
Oh, what are we
just
we don't need
abort
with Maven. What are we doing right now?
Andy was on a roll.
He tried, and that's a colossal wreck right there.
He's trying to work and do a good job.
That was a colossal failure.
A bad job.
That's one of his top failures.
It really was.
It really was.
You were going on about Coach Coop. He's retweeting you.
Oh, everything was good.
Yeah.
He's like, we walk in your trap and take your whatever.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I don't know the saying because they're stealing a kid right from Florida, like another like 4 or 5 star.
And he's just walking in there and be like,
he's like, he's a bag man. I'm like, great, good.
Yeah, good. That's what Georgia wants.
It's college football recruiting. That's what Satterfield needs is a bag man.
Satterfield hired him to be a bag man.
If only Coop were here. Jack, are you leaking confidence now?
Uh-oh.
No. I still think it would have hit if you.
Do y'all realize he said, if only Coop were here? Do you know what he's saying? He's talking about another producer. He's saying, I want another producer here right now. He just like threatened Jack's job because Jack thought this sound would be appropriate. Could y'all imagine working on the fly and you think some sound might work and it doesn't work, and the boss, the program director says, "Oh, if only your replacement was here." You hear what kind of position that puts Jack in? If only Coop were here. Listen to that. And Jack still stood tall.
You would have let me play the entire clip, but that's your guys' problem.
It was
going to set up for Streeble to explode, but you guys don't want that, so that's fine. That's fine.
No.
I'm not like getting confidence. I know I was right.
I like that.
Play the rummage sound from today. You want to play the rummage sound?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
It's perfect.
Steve. What are we doing, Steve?
Good night.
When you look back now,